You guys good?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Let's play.
I see we're
That's
making
copyrighted.
some quick fireworks.
If you can call it that.
I mean, it's still Remembrance Day / week.
Hold on.
Quick, make the wall.
I think it's Captain America.
Sure.
Sure, that's what we were going for. No
Idiot,
satanic rituals going on in here.
That's not upside down. Okay, I made one 6 points. That's super evil, right? No, that's Jewish.
No, that's Jewish.
Where's that from?
Anyways, I just made it up.
Wow, that's good.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna have to not watch you do that. That's really bugging me, Justin.
Acting.
Acting. Okay. Here we go.
Why is it upside down?
It's the other place.
That's the low roll Triforce.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
No, that's legitimate. It's from the 3DS game.
Jesus. Fuck. Okay.
We're getting distracted by new things.
Acting.
Acting. Here we go. Last time on The Power to Rise, we rejoined our heroes, the Seekers of the Lost, still enjoying a little bit of the celebration of Remembrance Day, but it was still getting up to that time where everyone was impatient, everyone was anxious. Finally, the call came. Access to Claimhold finally await them. Barring some last-minute snafus and race change for one of our heroes, everyone set forth into the gates. That is, they were just a tiny bit waylaid by a new face who greeted them. A man known as Dexus, the First, the Bastard, and Zazamdan Diaz. Brother to their ally Duskrin, he quickly warmed up to the party, though they all had their own opinions about him. He introduced them around town, got them acquainted with a few kind folks, and informed them that he would like to help them in their ventures by setting them up with a base of operations. To do that, he asked one of his friends to lend him a small magic item. And from here, well, we rejoin our heroes, waking up in the twisting tunnels and rooms of the Wandering Weasel Tavern. You guys,
This is fucking big.
It is very big.
I
As a
am
matter of
getting
fact,
lost in these hallways.
For one thing, when you guys actually went into like just the tavern portion, that place was like a big saloon ballroom style sort of thing going on. The tunnels that actually lead this way and that, you're absolutely convinced it might be a maze. But thankfully, whenever you guys do go wandering around, you manage to find each other a little easier than you thought you would. But it has become morning. There are thankfully windows that like peek out into the sky of Claimhold. There's a few buildings over here and there. There's chimneys, that sort of thing. And thankfully, as you guys are trying to find your ways back to the main saloon dining hall area, your keys actually like glow and guide you the correct ways. You aren't completely lost.
Neat.
I think we need to add these to that list of things we might want.
How about we just
you
don't
got-
have a huge and sprawling place and call it good?
Fair enough. We'll just put signs everywhere.
As you guys do actually reconvene before you even hit the main dining area. And as you kind of poke your heads in, there's Tommen, the barkeep, behind the counter. He smiles and nods at you guys as you come on in. Thankfully, he doesn't yell this early in the morning. But as you guys look across, he actually gestures to a table. And you actually find the brothers Zazam Diaz sitting down having a good chat.
So cute.
Yep. Dexus is very obviously leading the conversation. It seems his arms are flailing about. He's very verbal about everything. Duskrin, however, you guys can still see he's got a little bit of a smile on his face. As you guys do make your approach, Dexus cocks his head over towards the side, Duskern sees you folks as well, and they wave you guys over. Well, good morning, folks. How are you?
Morning.
Good.
So, I take it none of you noticed the little additions I made to your usual attire, did you?
What?
What?
You what?
He actually points, Torihito, he points at your sleeve, and there's a very, very small blue band kind of around it. It's not sewn in or anything along those lines, it's just there.
Like tied around the arm.
Yeah, tied around you. And it shrugs. I mean, figuring as you guys are going to be locals, it might help to wear the colors. And plus,
Qeltrin just sits there and contemplates changing his entire, like, apparel color, but goes, whatever.
he gives you a shrug. He goes, well, you folks are new in town, and seeing as a few folks do know your names, it does kind of help to say, hey, we're here to help this place out. Show a little bit of solidarity or patriotism. Although, I mean, you guys still need to apply for citizenship, but whatever. We'll get to that point when we do. So, he actually, like, holds his arm out as the Pip, one of the wait staff, kind of comes on by with a platter full of food and just sets it down in front of everybody. How'd everyone sleep?
Very well.
I slept.
Yeah,
No complaints.
Can't complain. Yeah.
Yeah, the beds were actually, like, filled with friggin', like, goose and duck feathers and just all sorts of just very, very comfiness. Like, not to discredit the Safe and Sound Tavern Inn, but, dude, these beds are kind of... These are something else. Dex is kind of, like, just grins and leans back. Let's see. So, I hate to inform you guys of this, but your new drow pal, Finn, is a little under the weather.
Oh?
Yeah, see, Jessica, did you ever tell them this? About the meditation? Yeah, the meditation thing. Yeah, I kind of told them about it. Yeah, so, see, here's the thing. Elves we don't sleep. Well, we do rest, but it's not the same way that, like, the rest of your species do. No offense, guys. We basically enter a meditation state. We tried to help Finn out with it last night. He didn't really take to it all that well. He's kind of... He's run himself a little ragged. He's gonna need to lie down.
Okay. Is he meditating now?
I wish I could call it meditating. It's more like trying to sit in silence and pretend he's meditating. I don't know.
So he's out for the count.
Last I checked, I thought he was getting into it. I don't know. Well, I'll check up on him later. I was gonna take him shopping for some new clothes anyways.
Alright. I mean, I was counting on him to go with me to the Hall of Pages, but
Right.
I can go on my
Oh, right. You guys actually do have some stuff you need to do today, huh?
Yeah.
Well, before we get to that, I was figuring... You guys have any idea where you might want to put your, little cozy little place?
We had talked about it a little bit. What did we settle on?
I have no clue.
I can't remember.
Well, if need be, I have just the guy who can help us out with this real estate.
You have a guy?
I have a guy.
Oh.
It's a pretty cool guy. He is not here at the moment. He's on his way, though.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess until he shows up, we'll just have some breakfast.
So, you're needing to head to the Hall of Pages, huh?
Yeah, I have some things I need to find there.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
More or less the same.
Hall of Pages.
Gambul going Hall of Pages.
Yay!
That didn't feel like Gambul. I'm
Wow,
trying.
so, like, everyone needs to go through some paperwork, huh?
More or less.
There's
We're all
really.
looking for
reasons we
something.
all need to get in here.
This lot does me. I'm just trying to find I don't know,
I
someone who
thought you
could
had to go
find
to
something.
like the grand study area. I thought you and Qeltrin both had to go to the grand study area.
I mean, I
Oh,
think
right.
Finn had to go there.
Oh.
Me, I need like a scryer or something.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, Gambul, you might be looking for a scryer as well.
I've been told all the pages since the beginning.
Oh,
That's what you told
really?
me. Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Oops.
Is it?
I don't recall telling you all
Is that
this.
not correct? Does he need to go to a scryer?
The GM parts the clouds, tickles Gambul just a little bit. Psst, other way.
I remember explicitly you telling me to go to the Hall of Pages, so
I remember that too.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe that's before he finalized what was going on. Over
this was
here.
literally like character creation, so
Okay. That was like pre-session 0 sort of stuff, so I understand. Yeah, there might be something for you there. All right. Dex just kind of gives a soft little shrug and just goes, "All right, well, tell you what, I'll set you up with my guy in the real estate, and I'll arrange for some quick and easy transportation for you guys to get to where you need to go."
Oh, I was just gonna walk. What are you suggesting transportation-wise?
Rickshaws. You ever been to a rickshaw?
Yeah.
It's fun. Someone else does all the walking for you.
Oh, but I feel bad.
I'd rather just fly. I mean, it's all the same.
Oh, that's right. We can do that.
You guys can. I'm right there. You guys have fun with that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
He
You get to see
just
a lot.
he just kind of gives a nice little shrug and goes, "Hey, you do what you do. Although, if you are going to fly, I have to warn you, there is kind of a don't go above the wall. Don't go above. Don't go so high that you can look in the king's bedroom. I'm just gonna say that."
I
Thankfully, I wasn't
take out
planning on doing that.
my card. I'm like, is it a good idea to fly in the city, like holding the card?
It actually gives you an approximate height sort of limit. So going a little too high, you're going to start attracting some attention.
We can't go over the buildings.
No, you can.
Okay.
I mean, the walls are probably like what, like dozens of stories tall.
Yeah, it's
So it's
along
just
the
don't
lines
go.
of once you start getting to a certain height, there's going to be ballista trained on you.
Gotcha. Maybe I'll take the rickshaw. You know, when in Rome.
What's Rome?
She just spoke in Infernal again.
Well, when you're just
That's what
wandering
I'm saying.
around.
Got it. Roman is infernal.
All right.
So if you hold up two fingers and say 5 years,
Oh, Jesus.
that's even better because Draconic is related to Infernal, I think, in a way.
All right.
I might be wrong about that.
Well, I'm gonna go check up on Finn real quick just to see if he's, not dead. And then I'll go take a look for my guy. You guys have fun with breakfast.
Escapade Draconic.
Bye.
I don't know.
And,
is Rome infernal?
As Dexys hops up and leaves, he gives a very polite bow to the lot of you and scarpers on off.
Zephyr leans into Jessica, and you guys playing nice?
Yeah, I like I said, I haven't seen him in decades, so it's nice to see him.
I can understand that.
He tried to stand up for me. So
That's good.
you folks heading to the Hall of Pages too. You guys hear Phony pipe up from her chair.
Hey, Phony.
Yeah, hi. Does anybody have like a spare book I can sit on? No offense, Qeltrin.
Pats himself down. He's not letting her sit on the book that I have, but he'll just probably just prop something under her. I don't know what it would be.
She kind of gives you a nice little smile. She goes, "It's fine. I'll just stand, I guess." The chairs in the area are not exactly suited for a bunch of different body types.
You know what? I'm just gonna grab a spare chair and try something real quick.
All right.
Just kind of try to resize it using alteration.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. You managed to pick it up, longer legs. Like, you place your hand on the back of Phony's chair, and it just shifts upward. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Better than sitting on a book.
Well,
You need to go to the Hall of Pages too.
yeah, I got some.
Stuff.
Yeah, I got some stuff I might want to follow up on.
Well, looks like we all have some stuff.
I can't remember if mine's the Grand Study area or the Hall of Pages.
Qeltrin, you know that if you're looking to research some stuff, the Grand Study area is where you want to go.
Okay.
So, between the three options that you guys have, like, to your knowledge, the Hall of Pages is good for, like, bureaucratic paper info. The Grand Study area is where a lot of book learning gets done. You know, kind of like a library. And, well, if you're looking for a scryer, then that's a good way to find out stuff that it'd probably be hard to know.
Something that would be written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Qeltrin's actually gonna be pondering about the scryer thing, but be like,
I mean, they're all there. We can all visit each one in our own time.
Yeah.
If one doesn't work out, we'll try another place. It's the cool thing about being in this city. Our options are way bigger than they used to be.
Well, if Desperate actually speaks up, if you're headed to the study area, I think I'm headed that way myself too.
well, we can travel along.
Desperate.
Yeah. Are you still planning on flying? Because I can find a different way.
No, if I'm gonna be heading there with someone, I might as well walk.
Thanks.
I ain't walking.
Gambul wants to know where he should go, so he's gonna finally use this thing again. Gambul just pipes up, "Ooh, Gambul forgot I had this," and he pulls a little ball out of his pocket.
I'm surprised you haven't thrown that at anyone yet.
Gamble, you kind of give it a shaky shake, and ask it, like, where is best way to find answers? The words appear in faint blue lettering. How rude, you don't trust me? Well, I can see why. Then I'll give this to you for free. You might want to find a place called Auspicious Auguries.
Please try saying that as Gambul.
And Gamble, thankfully, you can absolutely read this.
I mean, read it.
It's more of like a mental feeling than a auspicious.
Auspicious Auguries. Good, you got it. Dexus comes on back and like pats you on the shoulder.
What's that?
Oh, that's the Scryer house. Actually, I know the ladies there.
Read.
Oh, okay. First off, hey. Second off, she's up there in years. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know.
She's up there in years?
Well, she's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's gotten to a certain. Oh God, it's gotten to a certain point. But hell, maybe her granddaughter's around and can help you out. If you do happen to stop on by, though, do say Dexus sent you. They'll I know she'd be happy to see you. You're looking for Chiri, the seer.
Okay.
Right. And he goes, yeah, I was trying to figure out where a good place to send you guys was. By the way, Vin. He makes his hand motion like, don't ask.
Is he okay?
Sure. I mean, he's breathing.
Good enough.
Daxis, is
Better than the last time.
okay?
He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. He hasn't been stabbed. He's okay.
Her eyes get bigger, like, how was that supposed to calm me down?
Qeltrin kind of just looks at him like, Is that supposed to... whatever.
It's a joke. Dexys just gives a small little shrug and then just heads towards the
only a
front of
joke.
the bar.
You know, have to be met.
But
Say that as Gambul.
as he kind of opens the door, he actually steps back. Hey, there you are! Jeez, I was wondering what was taking you so long. Hey, how you doing, Dexys? How's it going? Hey, Dexys kind of like half embraces this kind of human dude and starts bringing him over towards your table. And kind of take a look up and down this guy. He might be in his 30s somewhere along those lines, but he's wearing sort of like a laborer's outfit, although it looks rather nice. But the biggest thing that kind of sets you off is he's wearing these big tinted glasses on his face.
Like sunglasses.
Yeah. Everybody, I'd like you to meet my good friend, Joey. Joey, this is everybody. Hey, how you folks doing?
Joey, huh?
Yeah,
How you
Joe.
doing?
Good.
yeah, doing all right. Doing
Okay.
all right. To get you all, so you're the new folks who's needing some real estate up in here?
It's like real estate agent?
That was the idea.
Qeltrin's just staring at him
Cool.
because of the way he's talking, like, what?
Is he Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh my
Right.
god.
Well, I'm your guy then. I can show you around town, find you some nice, decent places, get you set up with some construction folks. Family business, I'd have to say.
Family business.
Yeah, family business. What, you rather go with Muse?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Uh-oh. And Kobe disconnects from the game.
No, Justin. Justin, no.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Sorry, Quinn.
Alright, well, Dexys just kind of like pats him on the shoulder. Alright, well, Joey here is going to show you guys around town. You all have yourselves a nice day. Remember, it's still celebrating out there, so in case anybody does happen to stop you and say hi, you know, give them a nice, polite way of having them remember and stay. Try to fit in. Don't look like a tourist.
A tourist?
Yeah, you probably don't want to look like a tourist. People out there, they're looking for news from outside.
Ah, so we'll get
Kill.
swarms.
Qeltrin kind of just looks at his clothes. I mean, I'm probably going to look like a tourist no matter what I do.
Yeah, we don't exactly blend in, do we?
Well, I'm gonna have to be honest here, folks. I'm a little bit of a fan, especially Mr. Gambul and Torihito over here.
Ah, you must have seen the fights.
Yeah, I did. The way that you managed to like Gambul, he gestures towards you, makes the chopping motion.
Oh.
Hey man, I told everyone that in that fight there was something going wrong. I could see the blood. So don't worry. I like you, sir.
He had it coming. Don't worry.
I bet he did. Anyways, you folks want to get this show on the road? We'll go around, see some neighborhoods and whatnot.
Oh, we're going
Sure.
on a tour?
Yeah,
Is that what the rickshaws are for then?
yeah.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up. I wasn't sure what was going on, but
Yeah.
sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. well,
Forget about it.
as you guys kind of get on up, finish off your breakfast, drinks, everything like that, you guys start to exit. There are actually like a few rickshaws lined up outside. Kind of some smattering of different looking dudes. There's a felon for one of the drivers, an orc for the other. Last one's just a human. And as you guys depart out the doors, you actually hear from across the room, "Come on back to the Wandering Weasel anytime! Well, as long as we're still here! Ha ha ha!"
I'm sure Gamble's probably with the orc rickshaw, huh?
Yeah, he looks at you. Oh lord!
Oh lord, he's coming.
Oh lord, he's a begging!
Absolute unit.
I'll go to the human rickshaw in the back of the latest.
So, folks, before we get going, any direction you want to cast your gazes?
More nice, but quiet.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice and
Why
quiet.
don't you make some suggestions?
All right, nice and quiet. He kind of like nods at the other guys and hops into the one at the front. These guys just kind of take off and fucking start moving. You guys head around the streets at a little bit of an insane speed as people are diving out of the way as you guys go racing down.
That's a silly image in my head right now.
Tells us to, blend in and act like not a tourist. Then this shit happens.
Yep, immediately just, hey, I'm walking here!
Oh, God,
Hey, I'm
damn it.
blowing out the ass as they
Great,
guys go
Claymore is
by.
fucking New York.
Yeah, can't you tell by its well-defined grid system on this map?
I mean, it's not Boston.
So, how you folks liking your stay in Claimhold so far?
Been here less than a day, so I can't say.
Yeah, it's a city, alright.
Well, it might take a second or two to warm up here, but it's a nice place. It's a big old melting pot, a lot of different cultures here. I think you guys will fit right in. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. Although, with the tilted scales being out of commission, sorry, Mr. Qeltrin. I'm afraid, oh wait, hold on. Did you have something to do with that?
What, helping
Yeah, we dissolved them.
disassemble them? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the nice way of saying it.
Ah, cool.
They
I
are
heard-
fakers.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I heard the people who managed to survive that are still looking for work. So, hey, there's that.
Yeah, there's a few of them that are actually good people that were just caught up in this.
Recruit them for the guild we're starting?
But as you guys, as you guys round the corner, come on over to, you guys actually go racing up, like, a little bit of a good incline as these guys haul ass. Eventually, you guys kind of come to a flat stop at a corner. And he goes, all right, well, place number one I'd like to show off to you folks. Welcome to the Colored Cliffs. The area in front of you is kind of a raised sort of partition of land that stretches out over the sea. What you can probably guess from this area is that, and especially since you have the world card, is that this is situated up on a sort of a cliffside area. But the reason why it's called the Colored Cliffs, the buildings here are made of, like, most of them have this sort of white marble brick-esque sort of look to them,
Oh, that looks expensive.
and the roofs are tinted in different colors.
So they're, like,
Different
iridescent.
rainbow colors.
That's beautiful.
Blue is one of the biggest choices, obviously, what we're being in Claimhold, but there's a smattering of reds, greens, oranges. As you guys look out over this place, it is actually kind of a nice, quiet little place. As Joey kind of gestures out towards it, we got quite a few spare lots around here, and, well, whenever sunset hits this place, goodness, anyone looking around this area is going to see a nice little kaleidoscope.
That
That's
sounds
awesome.
Quite the colorful place, I must admit.
What would a place like this run us after putting in all the... she shows them the paper that had all the suggestions we had written on it. After some modifications.
Well, I'd have to work on the numbers for that, but, I will be one to admit, being this close to the Citadel, the numbers might be a little bit higher.
I thought so.
But, hey, if you're looking for safety and security, high guard presence up here.
Hmm.
Fair enough. What else we got?
Oh, right around the corner we've got the Uppus, in case you want to see what, a little bit more of a price range would hit you with.
I don't know. I'm not even sure we can afford this. What do you guys think?
Hey, with our pooled together wealth, what could we afford?
With your pulled together wealth, Phony says, I've got this.
Alright, Phony. Then you need to speak up more when we're finding places.
Yeah, no, Phony just kind of like, just waves a hand like, let's just keep looking.
Alright, let's keep looking. Let's head up the uppers.
I really
Although-
like this.
Ugh. I don't know how comfortable I am going to be around posh people.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, you can actually, like, take a look off to the side of the cliffs. There is not exactly, a big old fuck-off wall like everywhere else in the area,
It's just
and that's
water.
just straight down to water. So in case that might be a little bit of an issue for you, Zephyr. But,
It's not as bad as it used to be. I could probably ignore it just because of the strategic advantage of having the water behind us.
As the rickshaws kind of get loaded up with you folks again, you guys kind of get turned around, take off again. Vroom. You can head north for a bit, cut down a street, and on your left, if you take a look up there, there's the good old citadel with King Petin Amas, democratically elected, mind you. It's probably raining from on high. I would say to wave, but the guards might take you down as a person of interest, so just keep yourselves to yourselves.
Zephyr was about to raise her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you look out towards the citadel, there are actually, like... So you guys have seen a few city guards since you've been here. These guys have nice uniforms, like, nicer than the Gatewatch folks. They have helmets, they have, like, bandoliers and all sorts of other things. They all kind of carry maces around. The guys at the front of the citadel, full plate.
Royal guards as opposed to city guards.
Full stormtrooper.
Absolute royal guard, like, they're sitting there with halberds, they have long swords at their side. As a matter of fact, even as you guys don't even wave at them, like, you can tell one of them is kind of tracking your guys' movement. Just because of the blur you guys are making as you pass by.
I don't know if this is a good spot, guys. There
How
are too many
about-
eyes around here.
Somewhere
Not
closer
that we're gonna be
to...
up to anything nefarious, but
How about somewhere close to, like, the markets, stores?
Hey, you got it. All right, boys, markets. As they kind of come down towards the street, there's an actual like skidding noise as you guys round the corner and fucking jet off down the way. And as you guys kind of head on down, and on your left over there's the Grand Study area. It's one of the biggest libraries in all the places. It's mostly funded by Muse. Just stop by, say hi at some point, get some learning done. I would know, do some myself. And
that comment's kind of like the thing where Qeltrin raises his finger to ask something, but
I was
goes,
like,
you know what? I'll just believe you.
he actually catches that and goes, well, my mom wanted me to be a little bit of a learned person, so I took up a few elective courses.
so what are you into?
Mostly languages and cultures and, well, architecture as well.
Zephyr
Relics of
tries
the past.
to speak a little in Infernal. Oh yeah, what
That's
kind of
about-
languages?
Sorry, I don't speak jive.
Jive. See, Qeltrin's gonna try the same thing with Draconic.
Yeah, he actually turns to you. I've been studying a little bit of Draconic. It's, one of my interests. I don't think it's too much of a dead language. Although, I might be a little rusty, so just let me know if I say anything spoon.
Qeltrin just starts laughing at that last bit, just spoon.
What?
You said spoon.
Oh. Well. Huh. Alright then.
Everything
I'll
else,
at least know
everything
that
else is
word.
good.
As you guys kind of come, like, the carts actually slow down a bit. On your left over here, you have Academy Corner. There's a lot of dormitories, a lot of little kind of bookshops and that sort of thing. You got a lot of folks interested in higher learning. Not that loud of a place, I'll have to admit, if you're looking for some quiet. But if you're looking for space, I'm not entirely sure. Still though, nice little central area.
Well, for limited space, as long as it's quiet.
Mm.
I was about to say, this just sounded right up your alley.
And he says, plus, if you're looking to establish a tavern somewhere, well, these folks could use a drink.
True.
kinda come-
Business would be a boom and closer to the shops.
So you guys kind of come around the corners. You again do a nice little slow down bit as you guys kind of come by. All right, we're passing by two major districts over here. On your left, you have the markets. You'll notice that there's a lot of great open spaces. That's a lot for the different flea market stalls and what sort. You need a permit in order to actually like build out in these open spaces.
It's not too far from the study area either.
Yeah, but I will admit this. It can get rather noisy.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
On your
Noise is
right,
one thing, rowdiness is another.
on your right over here, you have the docks. I think it speaks for itself. Hold your nose if you don't like the smell of fish. As he kind of like gives a nice polite wave to a couple fishermen out on the side. They've been bringing in their boat. They just got like their catch of the day. They're setting it out onto a stall. But yeah, the markets ain't such a bad place. People who need to do business will come around here. I will say that. And as you guys pick up speed again, head on out into the area. Now, we're part of the lower wards now. I'm just going to be one to admit is, well, you got a little bit of the lower range of folks around here. It's nice.
What's wrong with the lower range of folks?
Nothing wrong with it, by all means. It's a lot of color. But however, well, there's a lot more people willing to risk a whole lot more.
Crime's down here.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, technically, there's crime every which way you look. But this is more the violent type. I will be one to admit.
Oh boy.
You got your goblins, you got a few drow over here and there. You know, your nice slice of life sort of folks. But I will be one to admit you will get what you pay for. No offense, miss. He actually, like, leans back towards Phony. Or just kind of waves it off. And, I know one of you might be a little bit interested in this, as you guys take a shortcut through the lower wards. And you guys kind of come around the corner. Torihito, it actually smacks you in the face as you come out of this alley. The architecture, like, you're surprised. As soon as you clear these buildings, it looks like home, almost. Like, jam-packed city, yes. But the architecture is distinctly your people's. And over here we got little Nektoshi. Now remember what I said earlier about space being a thing? Well, it is absolutely cramped down here. Still though, I think the champ could maybe find himself a nice little spot if they were willing to give you some space. To see about that though. I'd like to keep them themselves. But hey.
He stops and thinks about it. Huh, that does sound like Torihito.
Well, I will be one to admit, if you guys are looking for good street eats, can't beat little Nektoshi. Love this place.
Zephyr takes a deep breath. What does it smell like?
It smells like fried. Bunch of different like smells. You can smell something cooking. There's meat, there's noodles, there's fish, there's
Sweet, like spicy.
yeah. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. Torihito, you're actually surprised. You do smell some stuff that's very familiar to like home. There are some new scents on the wind. It seems like the culinary people are trying to branch out to other.
Oh god, they're
sort of
inventing
ingredients.
pizza!
I could totally get used to it down here. But
yeah.
I don't know.
As you guys kind of like look down the streets as you pass by, there are plenty of people. This place is packed. He was not kidding. They are crossing this way and that. Everyone's just kind of running across the road, doing all sorts of things. There are people just kind of squatting on the curb. It is a busy place.
How many feeling people are there?
100%.
As much as like there are a lot of felon folks, there are actually quite a smattering of other sorts of people. Again, you've got plenty of goblins down here. For one thing, you notice there are some of the dwarves, there are some elves, that sort of thing. Humans. It seems like this would be a cheap place to live. As you guys continue on down around the side, he kind of like turns back and goes, "Yeah, we're not taking our rickshaws through there. Sorry, sir. Just a little too many people in the way."
Fair enough.
Kind of come on down. On your right, you'll see Southgate. You are probably familiar with the other side of it.
I was going to say, hey, this is what this side looks like.
As you guys wheel around the corner and start heading back up north, there's a large stretch of just plains to your right. And over here we have farmland. Lots and lots of farmland. This is unfortunately probably off limits to you guys, unless we were to pull some strings. He kind of just nods again, gestures out towards it. A lot of the food for the folks inside is kind of coming from this, and especially since we're kind of on rationing just a little bit, tightening our belts, trying to weather through this storm we're having. Well, we kind of need this land to stay as it is. But, still, very kind people around these parts. They, all kind of look after each other. There are some privately owned farms, but some of them are communal too.
You get a bug in his mouth.
Yeah. As you guys bring around the side, he actually gestures in, like, passes a set of buildings. There's a large little plot of land in between these buildings of houses and stuff. It looks like more farmland. Right over there, you got one of them communal sorts. They grow their own food. They have feasts amongst themselves every once in a while, the weekends, that sort of thing. So, you can still find some good people with hot down here. It's just, you'll be hard-pressed for coin if this is the clientele you want.
From the information we're getting so far, it looks like getting closer to the Commons, Academy Corner, in the market area is probably going to be the best money-wise. And we'd have easier access to a lot of different places.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to live in Little Nektoshi, that place looks amazing.
As it rounds a corner, you guys head on up into the area, like a little bit higher of an elevation. Over here, we got ourselves a commons. Nice place. Got a lot of lively folks. I'd say middle-class sort of area. You got folks from all sorts of different walks of life. You probably find a nice, comfortable living here if that's what you want to go for. But, well, if you're looking for excitement, this might not be the place. However, they can play out to your favors. Nice and quiet. He kind of comes around the corner and just kind of comes to finally a stop and goes, and of course, on your left, we have back here, Academy Corner. And on your right, you guys kind of turn and look. There's the doorway that leads to Wandering Weasel. And that's pretty much a nice little bit of grand tour of the different areas. So, I got plots of land in each of these little areas. Quite a few folks who wouldn't mind maybe having some new rowdy neighbors in case you wanted to make a little bit of a party.
I think I agree with Qeltrin here as far as some of the things he circled. Some little central area like that could be the most beneficial, but what do you guys think?
No, yeah, these most of these sectors are ones that I placed last time we talked about this.
Yeah, two on the right are
Like
ones that I
right
placed.
here, like these areas, just around the Academy Corner, but also like,
somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I
quiet,
think,
but like,
Josh, you gotta realize we're not gonna settle on one of these X's.
yeah.
No, it's fine. Just
Just throw us somewhere in there.
the idea is to maybe get yourself like a general area or
Excuse me.
a district that you guys want to settle in.
Well, there you go.
Probably.
that area is, I'd say
Right here's
somewhere
like
a
smack
little-
dab.
Yeah, right there. That's exactly what I was about to put out. Like right there.
I was gonna say like smack
Alright.
that middle would probably be
off limits because of the Academy Corner.
that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Right there. Or actually, hold on.
The only places where they said that would kind of be like hard to get to, absolutely no, would be the farmlands.
Yeah,
The markets would be hard to get, but he said like around like the Grand Study area and just in that area,
so
you could definitely find means to do that.
I wouldn't want to put it here because of just the labels on the map and just the whole logistics of that. But like right here,
Mhm.
Like under those labels would kind of be a good spot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I assume, Kobe, you still have this map, like,
Yeah.
dated?
I can put something somewhere.
Absolutely.
So,
That sounds good to me.
do we want that or the one on the left?
I'd say either right under where it says Grand for Grand
Oh,
Study
I
Area,
just-
or right above it.
I just got rid of one of the district lines. Oops.
Whatever, just delete them all.
I was gonna say, like, Jesus, all the roads are gone.
Rip.
Rip.
I'm
Where do we
going right
go?
there. You can't see my blue. Hold on.
You want to go
You want blue?
dab smack
want
right
blue.
there?
Right
Somewhere in there.
there.
Somewhere.
Or like right here. But
So-
still.
Yep.
So basically, what we're deciding on is we're gonna have our base of operations in Academy Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like western edge of Academy Corner.
All right.
The Academy
As you
Corner
guys-
is like craft shops and stuff.
As you guys kind of
Nice.
come looking around, you can actually hear Joey speak up. You're at a nice even pace now. You're not rocketing around the fucking city. It's like, all right, Academy Corner, not a bad place to settle. Got a lot of specialized stores, got a lot of specialized interests, that sort of thing.
And I don't see a lot of competition around here. Not a whole lot of taverns in this area.
Hey, good point. There you go. Well, and with a nice central location, you might be pulling from all corners of Clamhold. Not a bad decision. Well, I'm gonna actually like kind of takes a good long gesture around as you guys take a good look. There's some folks kind of passing by, eyeballing you folks every once in a while, like, what the fuck is going on here? And as you guys actually do pass on by, like, you actually see one guy stop and go, hey, wait a minute, isn't that...
Zephyr curtsies at him as they're walking, in from the cart, as they're passing.
Yep. Well, I can absolutely find you guys a nice place to live. Ah, hey, hold on. Hey, Rocco, take a ride over here. Yep. Rocco, the orc, you guys can probably figure out, heads on over towards the right. You guys find a nice big little patch of area. Thankfully, like, the buildings aren't too tall. The buildings in this area actually kind of are shaped in different ways and sizes. You get the sense that there might be some wizards living in the area.
Oh boy!
So, but thankfully, nothing is exploding or anything along those lines. The architecture is a little different, like spire-wise.
Wizard towers.
There's like one, maybe two wizard towers around the area, although they're like maybe 2 stories tall. These are not serious wizard towers.
Shitty wizards.
Shitty wizards, man. And he kind of like points up at them. I bet you a couple professors live up there. And he brings you into a nice little area. It's kind of situated in its own little land expanse. As the sun kind of starts coming over, there's nice room around. There's plenty of yard space. He kind of points down at everything. What do you guys think? Home?
I like it.
Yeah,
What do you guys think?
I like it.
Plenty of space for a training ground.
And if I know my neighborhood quite well enough, yes, it is quite quiet around here, and we'll put up a privacy fence for you as well.
Okay, I mean, not too private. It's gonna be a place where people can come in.
Well, yeah, I mean, but in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, yeah, put Gambul's yard back there. Let him go out.
So, now I've been told that you guys have a little bit of a special request. Is that true? For the construction of your establishment.
Oh yeah, we had some ideas.
All right. Well, for one thing, being there was a sword involved or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, this. Qeltrin pulls it out.
All right.
So, yeah, looks around, like, where would we actually be having the house?
I had an idea about that. I'm gonna run it by you real quick.
Okay.
Instead of having it in the center, is there a way we could use it to hold out the sign for our tavern? Like put it long ways in the front of the building? And then
Wouldn't it be
hang the
big-
sign off the hilt?
I mean, well, that's the thing. We would have to have it vertical in the ground, and then have to have the sign off of that, because I think the thing would be too heavy.
That's
yeah,
what I
it'd
was
be pretty
thinking.
Like, this is something that's going to be heavy enough for Gambul to need 2 hands to even pick up the fucking thing, probably.
Yeah, Gambul has a hard enough time even trying to hoist that thing. Like, Gambul can drag that thing. Yeah,
Well,
picking up is
the
not an option.
The other option
Fucking-
was we were going to use it as a foundation beam, right?
Well,
think
just
so,
a
but-
centerpiece of the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
Joey kind of scratched at his chin. Actually, I kind of like the entrance idea. Be nice and recognizable to folks.
Is there a way you think you'd be able to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's up to the boys. Do you want to have it like in the tavern, or do you want it to be something to grab people off the street to come in?
Probably use it to grab people off the street. Either one is a good option, actually.
Yeah.
I'll just have to hold on to it until he decides where we should probably put this thing, because it's probably going to be a case of, alright, this is where it's going, this is where it's staying.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you can probably go plant it right now.
I mean,
if we use
What
it
would
at all,
they
it's. If we use it at all, then our bar is gonna have to have a sword name, sword pun.
yeah, sword-related name to the tavern.
He just kind of waves. Joey just kind of waves the hand. We'll worry about the name later.
I'm sure the name will come to us after it's built.
Besides, this is a trophy.
True.
I'm sure there'll be many more we can fill this place up with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Finn's carrying half of them. Not wrong.
No, that's fine. One thing.
Well, with that, with everyone's settled on this nice little plot of land.
Yep.
Joey kind of nods and says, "All right, we'll get your door out here. We'll start building on the process and everything along those lines." Do you guys have any definite floor plans, or do you want to just play it by ear?
Well, we wanted it to
We
be a
have that
little
on the
bit
list.
like this place over in Begging Gate, the Safe and Sound.
Safe and Sound. I know that place.
I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like it, but it's a good place to start.
I'll take it as inspiration. How about that?
Okay.
Cool. Besides, you guys got quite the amount of space out here. Want to make sure we can utilize this properly.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of different things.
So we wanted the bar downstairs and some living quarters out up the top, and then training area, and a few other things. They should be all on this paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how we'd actually want to lay out. I'm about to pull up fucking MS Paint.
Joey
gotta
kind of rubs his hands together. It's like, hey man, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of like, what kind of floorboards do you want? What do you want your foundation to be? Do you want some of that white marble stuff, or do you want to go for regular cobblestone?
Mahogany.
Too pretentious looking. I mean, this is going to be a place for adventurers. We're going to have a few pairs of muddy boots walk across the floor.
Yeah, we want it nice, but not mandatory to keep
I'm
it.
thinking like stone floors, wooden pillars, sort of thing.
Like stone walls, that sort of thing. Nice fire, nice hearth. Think comfortable.
Comfortable.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Yeah.
Safe and sound. All right. Well, in any case, I'll get started on the foundations, everything along those lines. Make sure that at least the tavern's up and running for you folks real soon. And after that, we'll talk about all the facilities. Now, so about that payment miss, Phony just kind of like nods, pulls out a piece of paper, writes some stuff down, and hands it over to him. Fill everything to this, please.
I mean,
Thank you very much, ma'am.
you're flipping the bill on this. I know you want your workstation, but is there anything else?
I'm gonna be honest. When we were up on the wall, I was really torn when I found out that my own creations were hurting people, and above all, you guys. I kind of want to make it up to you.
Phony, there's nothing to make up for. Not your fault, okay? I'm not going over this with you again. Not your fault.
Well, on the other hand, I wanted to make sure I took care of something so that you guys don't have to worry about the coin or anything like that. So this one's on me, guys.
Okay. But you know you're allowed to have more input.
Yeah. And, well, technically speaking, this is already on you guys. And, just thanks for believing in me.
Always.
Poor sweetie.
Alright, fuck it. So, I guess Joey's gonna have everything built together. What the hell is going on? You guys turn and look towards Joey. He's kind of gathered up with the rickshaw guys, as well as quite a few city guard.
That's
That
them
are
up.
internally panicking, seeing the city guard.
Yeah, Joey kind of like leans over, looks at shades contact with you guys, and just kind of like waves like, "It's fine, you can go." And he actually like leans over towards the guys and goes, "Hey," gestures towards you folks. The drivers kind of shrug and head on over towards you guys. Hey, so sorry about that. We're kind of in the middle of processing some tickets. Speeding.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, you guys were going a little fast.
Yeah, well, Dexys is paying us for it, so hopefully we can get off with just a slap on the wrist. Anyways, we hear you guys need to go to some different places.
Yeah.
We're kind of right next to where all of us want to go, so
Well, yeah,
I think we can walk.
The Grand Study area, yeah, is thankfully definitely within like walking distance. Those of you who need to go to the Hall of Pages, they actually mentioned that it's up towards the uppers, like part way between the uppers, the commons, and the colored cliffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a ride.
And
Where's the scryer?
yeah, speaking of which, Torihito, you've been quiet this whole fucking time.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Torihito.
No worries.
Along for the ride.
I don't care where we settle as long as I get to sleep there. As those of you who like mentioned that there's a scryer, auspicious Audrey's, one of the guys holds up his hands. I know where you're going, and he kind of directs his. He kind of nods southwards.
Is this gonna be like a platform 9 3/4 thing where we have to like run through a wall?
Flush yourself down in a toilet. Like,
Are you referring to the fact that you want a secret entrance for your tavern? What?
No, I was making a joke about the scryer, not the tavern.
Okay.
Now that you mention it.
Oh God, no!
No, it's okay.
I don't get it. Why do we have no business?
it wouldn't. But you know what? That would be a good idea for a back entrance. A secret
Yeah, a
entrance
second
maybe for
secret
back.
entrance.
Okay.
Let's just add that to the paper.
Yeah, write it down in the notes, guys.
That can be stuff for later.
All right.
I'll actually be right back.
Alrighty. Well, as you guys decide to split up into different ways, the guys running the rickshaws graciously offer to take you to where you need to go.
Thank you. Phony, are you coming with me?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm coming with you.
Was there anybody else who needed to go to the Hall of Pages? Just
No.
me. Okay.
All right. It's gonna be okay. All right.
I know, it's real now. You know what? They might not even have anything. I don't know why I'm worried.
Oh, it's a good thing to have excitement every once in a while.
Yeah, this is information leading to my bio family. I don't know who they are. So this could either be really good or really bad.
I
I'm just
hope it ends
hoping my
up
luck
well.
has changed.
Yeah. Me too.
Hey, how about this? I'll help you look for him as well. I'll do that before I look for this proprietor guy.
I'm
Well,
back.
we can do both at the same time. Right?
Yeah, but from what I've heard, the Hall of Pages is pretty big.
Alright, well, we'll go grab my stuff, and then to distract, we'll go get your stuff. Deal?
Deal. She kind of like leans out, grabs onto you. But yeah, as you guys kind of like start to head off in your different directions, Dustrin kind of like waves at everybody and goes, where do we want to meet up somewhere after?
Oh, right. Is that tavern even going to be there anymore? The Wandering Weasel?
Tommen says he's going to be in town for like the rest of the celebration.
Well, then I guess we should meet up back there. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well, stay safe, guys.
Good luck. I know you guys are looking into some sensitive stuff, too. Alright, cool. Bye.
Alright, and you guys head off in your different directions. Does anybody need a break?
I'm good. I think I'm alright.
Alright.
Okay, keep going.
Roll right on into this. And don't mind me as I start putting tokens into places where we're headed.
What are you laughing at?
Wait for it.
Oh my god, what is
What?
Jesus Christ, how horrifying. He was not joking. He made a fucking MS Paint blueprint sort of thing.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I got bored.
Yeah.
Not bored, but
where
just
is
bored, but
Do you want to share with the rest of the class?
no.
For the love of God, learn this one thing. Shift, hold, click will create straight lines.
Fucking, oh shit. I fucking love.
No,
I just
no,
love
that's
the name of the
thing.
file. I'm artful.
See, that's the joke. You don't use the straight lines
Oh my god.
because it's MS Paint.
I am many thousands of dollars in trying to avoid shit like that in my own work. Please, dear God.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
I purposely did it this way.
Jesus. None of the lines meet. And none of the clothes. I can't look at this.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was stressing Amy out. Whoops.
Hang on, really quick. I am going to just
Scarring me.
Just
from
gonna-
life.
make sure everyone else sees this and I just see. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
That's what Josh said.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Alright.
Stirs.
So, seeing as. Alright. Qeltrin.
Mm.
You watch as the other two groups of folks hop into their respective rickshaws. And then, apropos, and as the old saying goes, fuck the police, the guys take off like bats out of hell in different directions. And the city guard actually sit there and go, hey, wait! Fuck!
Qeltrin just kind of sits there and goes, well.
They look back at Joe. You're paying for that. Yeah, I figured. But yeah, Duskrin just kind of goes, we should probably leave them to it.
Yeah, let's leave into that and let's just go head to the subsidiary.
Alright. Well, as you guys kind of start heading your way down one of the streets, you can actually hear the chiming of a bell off in the distance. You can actually, like, equate it. That bell's more likely coming from the Grand Studiary. There's this big-ass tower that's just poking out over the roofs of everything else around you. And, as you guys start heading in that direction, you take a look around, you notice you kind of stick out like sore thumbs. you're kind of caught up in this traffic. There's a bunch of folks around you, young, small, all those sorts of different age groups, but they're all like wearing sort of different styles of robes and that sort of thing. And they, as you continue to walk along, you kind of get the sense that it's like, oh, well, I guess these people are headed to class.
Oh god, it's a college campus.
It kind of is. As you round the corner toward like a couple blocks away from where you guys decide on your little plot of land, the grand study area dominates the immediate area. Absolutely.
Otherwise it wouldn't be grand.
A big
Sorry.
patch of land stretches out in like all sorts every which way from it. Just nice grass. People are having picnics out. Everything along those lines. You can see birds flying from the window from one of the particular windows of this place. As you look it over, it's built in that nice white marble sort of look that the colored cliffs had going on. And just everything about this looks just structurally sound. This is one of the best built buildings you've seen in your life. There's giant stained glass windows. There's a bell tower hanging off one of the sides. There's a clock. Holy shit. A clock is a rare sight, I will say that.
So
So
they
that's what
have
time
been
it is.
invented.
Yep.
I think we found a pocket watch before, though.
Yeah,
You did
I
find
have
pocket
that.
watch.
Oh.
But clock working is not exactly a spread out trade just yet. So you can probably guess where your pocket watch came from. So, wow, this place is big.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Well, not gonna get anywhere just standing out here. Let's head in.
Yeah. Let's head in. Hey, Qeltrin.
Yeah.
So, you're looking for stuff on the Madlands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can help you out with that. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to find books in here, right?
Well, you guys say, don't you have your own things that you're looking for?
Yeah. But you guys kind of got me in here, so I feel like I should try to help you out first.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but I do appreciate it.
I mean, I'll keep an eye out for stuff like what I'm looking for. So, as you guys head towards the study area, these big, massive double doors kind of remind you of the gates to Claimhold. They're propped open towards the front, and people are streaming in, out, that sort of thing. There's just constant traffic going in, out. Birds are flying overhead, heading inside. Some fly out. And as you take a good long look inside, there actually is a nice big entry hallway. Some people are sitting around chattering. You actually can guess that a particular class of folks are heading in one direction down one of the hallways. It's large, echoey sort of area, but opposite the giant double doors that you guys enter into, the air's nice and cool in here, thankfully. It's a nice respite from the summer sun. Across from you...
Especially
Yeah.
for Duskrin.
Across from you, actually notice there's an opposing wall not too far away, made of stone and everything along those lines. But there are these giant wooden doors, not as big as the ones that you just came through, with glass in them. And one of them is open, and through it you can actually see like what looks to be some shelving. And you can actually see maybe a few books from there, and a little bit of traffic going on. But there is a desk with someone sitting in front of it.
Well, I guess I'll head over to the desk.
Duskrin kind of nods and goes, I think we need to check in. As you get yourself closer, there's a half-elf sitting behind the desk. As you kind of make your approach, he's sitting there scratching at his head, scribbling something down on his long sheet of parchment. Just methodically writing something down, heading to the next one, writing something down. You actually, if you do take a look at it, it's not in common, it's not in any language you recognize. It looks like he's might be doing some sort of codex.
That's interesting.
Yes, and unfortunately you don't get to learn unless you're actually employed here. Hi, how can I help you? This guy actually, like, turns, looks up at you. This guy looks like he could definitely use some sleep. There are dark rings around his eyes, all sorts of things. He looks just blurry as fuck.
God.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I just have to copy down as many of these records as I can because some people don't like to do their fucking job around here. So, like I said, what can I do for you?
Well, do you happen to have any books relating to the Madlands?
There's a nice, long, awkward silence as his face turns downwards. His eyes continue to, like, stare back at you, but he kind of eventually, like, evolves into this sort of look like, are you fucking kidding me?
Stands there.
Sir,
Not
we have books on quite a lot of things. If you're looking for information on the Madlands, yes, we have some of that. So I take it you're interested in heading into the archives?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool. So,
This guy's very professional.
first things first, he, dips his quill into an inkwell, reaches over, grabs another, like, set of papers, and starts flipping through them. Well, before you head inside, I would like to ask if you'd be willing to consider a donation to the Grand Study Area.
Yeah, I don't see why not. And Qeltrin pulls out a few gold coins.
Terrific. He kind of, like, palms a handful of gold. Right then, we just to let you know, there are different tiers of donations, that sort of thing. So, with this, yeah, I can make you a vocational member, I guess.
There's a tiered donation thing.
Well, see, it does take a lot of fees in order to keep this place running. It's not like we're the pages or anything like that. We're not funded by the king himself. Muse kind of helps everything keep running, but we rely a little bit on the donations of people who are interested in the preservation and learning process of information.
All right. Actually, okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
So any little bit would be greatly appreciated. He finally, like 3 seconds after he says greatly appreciated, forces on a smile. Are you willing to drop gold on this?
Yeah.
How much?
What's the tier list?
Right. So, well, that depends. How much do you want to spend? What's your wealth level?
Shit. You're asking me this. Wealth level 2?
Wealth level 2.
What is
Really?
this, a shakedown?
Is it possible to also donate, like, instead of just straight gold, knowledge? Since I seem to have a theme going on with that.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at that. If you have, but you're actually at wealth level 3.
I know, I was going to
Oh,
do
level
2
two.
because I don't want to
Okay.
nuke my own wealth level.
He kind of raises an eyebrow, and you want to provide information.
Yeah, if I have anything that isn't already known in these halls, in books and such.
He kind of taps his fingers onto the desk.
Do you know what a vampire is?
He actually looks like he actually is considering what you're offering him. What do you do you mind if I ask what do you have?
Well, do you have any books or anything on creatures such as moon rats or vampires?
His eyebrows furrow. We might.
Qeltrin starts thinking back to other creatures that he's met. He's skipping up the dragon, obviously.
Go
You
ahead.
know about dragons without knowing.
Give me a perception. You get advantage 1 on this one, and it is site-based.
Site-based?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that? Advantage 1. Sorry, wow. Jesus.
Yeah, when he said we might have information on that, he doesn't look absolutely certain about that.
Well, if it turns out that you folks don't, I do happen to know quite first-hand experience with these different creatures.
Right. Okay. Did you offer him the gold as well?
Yeah, I can offer both.
You hand over a nice sack, but he does take down the idea that you have information as he kind of takes that like monetary offering. He actually grabs a fresh slip of paper, starts scribbling some stuff down. Right, and what was your name, sir?
Qeltrin. Faxan.
Qeltrin Faxan. Are you new to town?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, okay then. Well, wait, you're from past the walls.
Possibly.
Okay.
Oh boy, here it goes.
All right then. He scribbles down a little bit more information. Right then, Mr. Faxon, I'm terribly sorry for my disposition. I apologize.
No, don't worry about it.
He actually like
Speaking of which.
rolls up the slip of paper and tucks it into like a jacket pocket, and stands up and goes, "Right then, let me." He starts shuffling around the papers a bit. Let me provide you with this at the very least. He holds out a small device to you. It looks like a little plate with a kind of like a cylinder on top of it. The cylinder actually has like a glass like lens on the side of it. This is one of our hand lamps, just so in case, well, you find yourself in one of the darker parts. There's no need to strike any matches. We'd rather you not as well.
Oh, I mean, Qeltrin. Actually, do I even have that still? Hold on.
The globe.
Oh, I do have it. I still have my drift globe.
Oh, excellent. All right then. That's a rather fascinating design. I will pass along your information to one of my higher-ups and see if we can get in contact with you. Is there, in case we don't find you in here, is there any place we might be able to locate you?
Yeah. I'm currently located at. What the hell is that name?
The Wandering Weasel?
The Wandering Weasel.
He kind of nods a bit and says, "Right then. Please feel free. I am able to grant you full access to the archives. Well, not full access, mind you. Some of the deeper parts will be off limits, but any of the books, by all means, help yourself. And here, he hands you an additional sheet of paper. This is the system we use to categorize all of our learning. So this should help you.
So wait, what is this exactly?
Basically, the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay. Hey, it works.
Yep.
I have opinions about this.
Same.
Yeah, I was actually going to try to offer him some coffee using my fucking any mug, since he seems like he needs a drink.
Yeah, alright. You managed to whip up some coffee. He actually has an open cup right next to him. He just like looks at it for a brief second, pushes his cup out towards you. Kind of just pour it into his cup. Takes a sip. How did... We look forward to hearing from you again, Mr. Faxon.
Well, try to have a good day.
Yes, yeah, you as well. Thank you very much, sir. And company. He finally acknowledges Duskrin behind you. Duskrin just kind of waves and like follows you inside into the into the archives. Okay, that guy was high-strung. And as you enter in, you take there's a nice little heart-stopping moment as you look up and, by God, books as far as the fucking eye can see.
It's like Bell saved the
Learning.
library for the
Two
first time.
levels of this library going off in different directions. There are study areas. There are shelves that are like towering above you, just even on the first floor. Same high shelves on the second floor. The stairs actually kind of go up behind you as well, up onto these upper tiers. And a nice skylight above lets in natural light so people can have a good time reading. Dusker
Qeltrin.
just kind of looks at you. Where do we start?
I don't know right off the bat, but I can definitely imagine a few people I know that would really love to be in here. Qeltrin's just thinking of Argenio.
Yeah.
Alright, he scribbles and grabs the piece of paper for the decimal system and just goes, okay, let's look under M for Madlands.
And as you guys get started on your journey for information, we come on over towards Zephyr.
Oh, hi.
Zephyr, Phony, as you guys kind of come right around the corner. Sorry.
There,
As you
that
guys,
changes everything.
Oh god, hang on. I'm hearing you in an echo.
Oh,
I just changed the server because Justin was complaining about choppy.
Dude, the
Yep.
music sounded so awful. I just
it sounded a little off.
didn't want to interrupt.
You finally come to stop in front.
I'm still getting the echo. It says I muted you, but it's not.
Uh-oh.
Interrupting cow. Moo!
Unmute him and then mute him again.
Alright.
How about that?
No, I can still hear myself.
Just disconnect from, hit the disconnect button from Discord and then rejoin the voice
I'll
channel.
just have to go and leave and come back.
Technical difficulties. She's going to the browser.
All I've got, man. It works.
All right.
Okay, good. We're good. We're good. Go.
All right. So Zephyr,
Yes.
you've your rickshaw finally comes to a nice, polite stop in front of this big fuck off building, nestled between some other kind of like short, squat fuck off buildings. But at the same time, this one is definitely getting your major attention at the moment.
I look up. Is there a sign that says Hall of Pages?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And just big old common lettering on the front, Hall of Pages.
Oh,
and if-
yeah, I'm guessing that says Hall of Pages.
Yes, ma'am, that does say Hall of Pages. The rickshaw driver actually says to you.
Okay, I guess there's no mistaking it.
Wow, okay, is this place big to you as well?
Oh no, this place is fucking huge.
Yeah, no, it is pretty fucking huge. It's kind of a
How are we
rough
going to find what
hewn...
we need in there?
Sorry?
How are we going to find what we need in there?
I assume we look or ask for information?
Yes.
So the building itself is kind of like this big fucking like rough hewn stonework sort of thing. Definitely looks like it was put together by Muse again. But as you kind of like take a look at the front, there are people like passing, like heading their way inside on the right hand side, and then people coming out the left and then heading it off in different directions. These guys are carrying slings of what looks to be like papers of this and that.
Backpacks.
Everyone looks to be like very busy.
Okay. Is there anywhere that looks like an information desk or a help desk?
I mean, we might want to head inside and just check.
Oh, I thought we made it inside
Yeah,
already.
but you guys
Let's go in.
do manage to head inside. And almost true to its name, being the Hall of Pages, as you enter in, there is just one massive hallway just heading down, well down, way off into the distance. As you take a look around, there are people milling about. There are tiny little shelves every here and there with papers that are like getting filed, sorted. You actually watch as someone heads over, stacks some papers into one shelf, heads off in a different direction. Another person comes around, takes those same papers, starts rearranging them,
Oh no. It's
and then
here.
stops, leaves. A third person comes around, grabs those papers, tucks them into a bag, and just heads off in another direction.
Zephyr tries to flag someone down. Excuse me?
Hmm?
Excuse me? Pardon.
Information kiosk over there. It points towards one of the walls.
Oh, okay, thank you.
He doesn't even stop to say you're welcome or anything like that. He just leaves.
This is a friendly bunch.
I mean, I guess they have to work at whatever their peak efficiency is. Jesus. She, Phony cusses a little bit in Infernal, what she picked up from you.
Alright. I guess we'll go over to that.
Yeah. The information.
What do we call it? An information kiosk?
The information kiosk is a little desk kind of built into the sides of one of the hallways. The major hallway itself just stretches on ever here and like just all the way down. But every here and there, you actually see a couple more hallways that like branch off to the sides in perfect perpendicular fashions.
God, I think I'd rather be in the labyrinth again.
Yeah, or who knows? Maybe this is a labyrinth. Maybe we never left the labyrinth.
Don't play mind games with me right now.
Sorry, I'm nervous.
Yeah, me too. All right, this kiosk thing. Is there a person there?
Yeah, as you head on over, there's a dwarf kind of sitting behind it, wearing glasses, slicked back hair, all sorts of other things. No beard on their face. But as they kind of
That's
turn
the most
beard,
disturbing
like
thing I've ever heard.
yeah,
in my
no
entire
beard
life.
on the dwarf. But it is very obvious that there is some like 5 o'clock shadow coming in. Ah, yes. What can I do for you today?
Hi, I'm sorry. I guess I'm new to this whole system. I've come from a long way off. Do you have any records on the Sacred Elms Orphanage, or where their records might be?
Orphanages. They're going to be 2 hallways down. Take a right. You're going to look for the 5th door on the left.
So, okay, say that one more time for me.
2 hallways down.
2 hallways down.
Turn down to the right.
Turn down to the right.
5th door on the left.
5th door on the left. Did you get that, Phony? Because I'm not sure if I can keep that in my head.
I got that.
Okay.
Are there any papers on businesses? In what particular order? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll come back to this.
Are you needing legal to deal with the person?
Legal will be 4 hallways down to the left, and then 3rd door on the left.
I wish I could write so I could write this down.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Phony is just quickly, like, writing this stuff down.
Alright, thank you. Are we gonna need any special permission or any, I don't know, stamps on our hand or something?
You wish to make an official inquiry?
I don't know.
He actually spins in his seat, turns, looks over towards like these strange sort of compartments. He actually starts pulling like little kind of interior shelving stuff out, flipping through some pages and everything along those lines. Finally, he pulls out a couple pieces of paper, slaps them onto the table between the 2 of you, reaches over, grabs a stamp. Take these on down to your respective areas. They'll be able to help you out.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
Don't mention it.
I hope the rest of your day goes well.
You too as well. Next!
Like, she actually does jump when he says next. Okay, cool. I'm fine
Yeah,
now.
you turn around, there is a line behind you all of a sudden.
Oh my god, I'm that person.
And yeah, there are quite a few people with like pages in their arms, like kind of like giving you a look of, come on, lady, let's move it.
Oh, funny, I don't think I belong here.
It's okay. We're just gonna get through this, okay?
Okay.
Oh my god, this place is big.
Alright, so I guess while Head didn't do my orphanage thing, I'm hoping it doesn't take too long.
It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, as you kind of look down this major hallway. So they said the hallways are, oh god. So the next hallway is like a football field of distance. And then everyone after that.
I wonder if I could fly. Would it be faster for me to fly? I can carry
Probably.
you.
It'd probably get you over all the foot traffic going on downstairs.
Alright, fuck it, we're gonna try that.
Okay. I can't fly myself.
I know,
Can
I'm
you give me
gonna
a
carry
lift?
you if you want. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just be gentle.
Oh, hush.
Alright. You managed to pick up Phony and soar your way over quite some people. Probably a good idea to commit to the act of flying, because as you take on down, there are people just... It is like a hive, a nest of ants. Just everyone's pushing one way or another, like moving around each other. There are carts being pushed one way. All sorts of things going on downstairs.
God, I don't think I've seen anything like this since the moon rats.
Oh boy. I didn't even get to see the moon rats.
Oh yeah. This is pretty much it.
You know, I think the most you guys told me about that was that Finn exploded and that was it.
Oh yeah, Finn definitely exploded. I almost got sacrificed to some moon rat god.
Oh, that would have been bad.
I think he was trying to, like, make it permanently night, permanently full moon, or something. It was like world-ending shit.
Oh.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
That's so good. All right then. Well, I'm glad we don't have that.
Nope. On to the next disaster.
Every
Speaking
single-
of,
Every single time I'm like, yeah, I get to be a hero like these guys, I keep forgetting that you have a little bit more experience than me.
I don't know. You've done some heroic things too, though.
Oh, as you guys finally manage to get your way down these particular hallways, take a look to the right. Phony thankfully directs you in the correct path.
She's like my GPS.
Yeah.
Just like,
And eventually you guys get the doors counted out and float on down. There's as you kind of like open up the door, there's another desk on the inside. Sitting behind it is a goblin.
Okay.
But as you take a look at him, he is wearing almost the exact same uniform, slick back hair, glasses, everything as a dwarf you saw way back at the beginning.
hello.
How are you doing?
I was told this is where you inquire about orphanages.
We have living situations, papers, and that sort of thing. Yes.
Okay. I have
Does he
these.
sound exactly like the first guy? Pipes up.
I know it's a little weird, but I'm not going to question it right now.
Yeah, whatever.
So we were given these special papers, and the orphanage I would like to inquire about, just as much information I can gain about this one orphanage. She's tripping over her words because she's nervous.
The goblin kind of takes a
it's
look down
called,
these papers. Oh, I see. You're new.
Yes. I'm glad they warned you about that.
Well then, excuse me one moment. The goblin reaches down, pulls up a little sign, places it on top of the desk. It says, "Please see next associate."
Oh, thank God he's coming with us.
And as you take a look around, there is no other associate. He hops on down from the chair and like opens the door, heads on
Is
out.
this the DMV?
It is the DMV on steroids. As he kind of like looks up at you. Right then, orphanages, is that going to be claim hold interior or exterior?
Way exterior.
All right, gotcha.
A little place, north, right? In the north? I think?
Yep.
Yeah. A little place in the north called the Sacred Elms.
Right then, I don't know that's a place in particular, but if you take a look around, hold on. He actually leads you down like several shelves worth of papers, and then takes a corner and like leads you guys further in there. Right then, if you look for orphanages, this is where it all starts. Exterior starts here, and then goes on this way, and then continues on for the next couple of shelves down.
How big is the shelves?
The shelves, they come up to like your head, and they are
go
like
on for
3 shelves all the way down, lined with papers.
just single papers, so not booklets.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say single papers, but they are actually like gathered into like different folders. Some of them are booklets. Some of them are divided out into like different little things.
Does there seem to be a sort of rhyme or reason to it?
I would like give me a logic check.
Hey, guess who has like very little in that? 10.
10. Well, yeah, Phony is going to give you hopefully a hand on that. Yeah, Phony looks up and down. Oh, okay, I get it. It's a little bit... Wait, hold on. This should be alphabetical, but then that would mean, if it was, that would mean this would be here. Oh. Great. Okay.
What?
Zephyr, do you remember the name of the town you're from?
No, I kind of got out of there in a hurry and they kept us separate.
Okay. Well, at least you know the name of your orphanage. I mean, there's that. So, okay. So she grabs a little folder, a piece of paper. How much did Qeltrin teach you about on reading?
Little, not much.
Okay.
I can try and sound something out.
Okay, what we're looking for, you want to look for these letters. She points at one. That's a squiggly thing. That's an S.
Okay.
This one is an A.
Uh-huh.
And we'll just go from there, okay? Each section, I've noticed they're actually divided up by these kind of like double liners right here. just look for SA, and if you get one that starts with, if you find one that starts with SA, let me know. I'll take a look at it and let you know if that's the one. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Let's
All right.
go. Let's do
So, give me a perception. You get advantage 2 on this.
it. At least I have something in perception. Like, remind me. I need to learn to read.
Yep.
It is officially a
We're
problem.
working on it.
Ooh. It's a good thing you rolled decently, because Phony rolled 4. It's her height disadvantage.
Oh god, did we find it between the two of us?
Yeah, as you kind of like go looking down, Phony has to rely on you for like the second shelf up. Unfortunately, she's just like, oh my god, they did not make this height friendly. And the goblin who was manning the desk had already like disappeared as soon as he
He's
told
fucked
you where
off.
to go.
He's dead.
I know, right?
But as you guys head on down, eventually you start getting into folders. You actually feel like you find it at a couple points, but then it turns out to be like salmon farms, kid orphanage, whatever. And but eventually you find SA that looks like it should be a C. You hold out to Phony. You said it was Sacred Elms, right?
Yes.
She just kind of turns, looks up at you, and smiles. This is it.
Really?
Yeah, and it looks like they actually have information on the different kids.
Any pictures
Uh,
of the kids, or any like drawings of, or descriptions of what they look like?
well, some of them have descriptions. There's no pictures. I mean, and again, cameras are not exactly a thing just yet.
No, but you know what I mean, like illustrations or like. one
Well,
poster types.
let's see what we got. The two of you kind of like put the pages down and like start cycling through them.
Because, you know, Zephyr doesn't know her real name.
She actually starts reading aloud some of the kids' names, and some of them actually spring up in your mind as kids you're kind of familiar with. One of them goes by, you remember one of the kids who like bullied you and like threw dirt
I'm
clods
guessing
at your
we're
head.
like camped out right in front
Yeah.
of that part of the bookshelf. So-
Another one kind of just sat in his own corner, didn't do anything like that. Another one, a girl tried to play dresses with you, but you know there was only so much you could do. As you guys continue to flip through, you're recognizing a lot of these names and everything like that. You start getting to the end of the file, and she pulls out a piece of paper, and all the information is blacked out. And from here, we're going to cut over to Torihito and Gambul.
Oh.
Yeah, me too, big guy.
I was reacting to fucking how
Yeah,
Amy must
Gambul
feel
has-
right now.
Gamble as you step off the rickshaw, that it just comes to a skidding stop. Sorry about that. You know, momentum and physics and all that. Rocco apologizes.
It's alright.
You're looking for auspicious auguries, right?
Sure.
All right. Well, it's this place over here. He gestures like he actually pulled you guys down an alleyway, and as he gestures towards this building, it looks like a dump. It is very much a building, a small like 2-story building, so to speak. But the windows are kind of boarded up on one side. There is a sign up at the top that says auspicious juries. It looks like a couple of letters are missing.
Great.
And
What a hunk
what
of
looks
junk.
to be a symbol of an eye, like kind of just staring outwards, just kind of has a big old like painted on red X over it.
Glad you said it. Because Gambul was thinking it.
Okay. This is the right place, right?
Yeah, it is. They're just
Torihito just starts yelling up at the clouds.
Huh. Alright, let's go inside.
There's from what it looks like, this looks like it might be a livable building that was converted into a sort of storefront sort of place. As a matter of fact, there are kind of some storefronts off to the sides for various other little things, but people just, not a whole lot of folks around. And as you make it halfway up the entry walkway, even to the front door actually gets kicked open. And as you kind of stop and look at the person, there's a young dwarven woman just kind of like looking out at you guys. Her hair is a little bit halfway messed up, the other half pulled into a tight bun/tail sort of thing. Blonde, she kind of has a little bit of a pudge in the cheeks going on. And she's just glaring at you guys. Hefted in her hands are a couple of like large sacks as well.
Uh-huh.
You're here for seeings, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of saw you guys coming. And I'm just gonna say this: no, we don't do lottery numbers. She actually starts talking as she walks past you. We don't do weather forecasts. We don't do birthdays. We don't do bar mitzvahs. We don't do.
Bar mitzvahs?
What is that?
What's a what bar mitzvah?
Is that infernal?
And we don't do destinies. She actually picks up the sacks and throws them into a metal can out on like, the road.
Yeah, but not here for any of that. No.
I think my favorite new thing I learned about this world is that there's just canonically Jewish people. Which means there's an Israel and an Egypt somewhere.
The GM was just gonna say this. Don't think about it too hard. That might have just been a joke.
I know.
But yeah, as she kind of tosses the sacks into the cans, she starts heading up past the walkway between you folks. So what are you here for then?
Well, I need to find an artifact of pretty importance, and he needs to find what, your family? Clan? Clan.
My clan.
He's a nice clan.
Alright, this is sounds like something we might be able to see. And second thing is who sent you guys?
Daxus.
Dexus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
him.
Dexus. Dexus sent you guys.
Why'd you leave Gambul and Torihito alone of all people?
Oh. Fine, come on in. She kind of like stomps up the little stairs to the front doorway and just heads inside. It is dark inside, by the way.
Can I give Campbell a look and start following?
Gambul looked his hand something.
Yeah, your head. Unfortunately, you do have to stoop in order to like get inside this building. You enter inside. It looks like a sort of normal, like living hovel sort of area. Ahead of you, there's a hallway that goes up to like a staircase that heads on upwards. There's a window at the back. Out towards the sides, there are a couple more rooms. One of the doors is closed off, but the other one looks like it goes into like a sort of living area den. And you can actually see the woman kind of milling about in there, throwing some stuff around. And she's just muttering what sounds like obscenities under her breath. Well, don't just stand there. Get in here, as she says, as she like looks up at you guys. Do you guys want tea or biscuits or anything like that?
No, good.
Good, I'm not making any.
Damn.
As she gestures for you guys to take a couple of like seats. These things are like covered in like stuffed with cotton, fabric meshed over, everything like that. But these things have definitely been hit by moths. As she offers for you guys to sit. And Gambul, you kind of sink down. Your knees still kind of come up a little bit towards your chest.
To his chest, and I'm just sitting there like, right.
And as soon as you guys sit down, she like plops a table in front of you guys, grabs a crystal ball from what looks to be a shelf nearby. There's there's fucking shelves of like knickknacks, family photos, a whole bunch of other things just kind of sitting around the place. And she just kind of like underhandedly tosses the crystal ball onto a little like circular podium on the table, and it just kind of like rump and like just finally settles there. Right then, you idiots, don't touch anything, don't break anything. I'll be right back. Grandma,
yes,
you
ma'am.
have visitors.
Ah!
Oh,
As she
suddenly makes a lot more sense.
she heads on into the hallway. You can hear her stomping up the stairs. You guys are left alone for a good little bit.
Certainly not what I expected.
Gambul reaches over and like pokes the crystal ball to see if it rolls in.
Don't.
It actually the crystal ball has been filled with like what looks to be this sort of cloudy texture going on. Gambul, as you reach down, poke it, it actually glows a little bit.
I don't touch anything. You said not to.
Sorry.
And as you kind of like lean back, you notice that the clouds kind of turn a little darker, turbulent, that sort of thing.
That bad?
I don't know.
And yeah, eventually you start hearing like footsteps coming down the stairs. However, they are being very, very slow. But as you watch, the crystal ball starts getting darker, darker, and darker, darker.
You do.
Oh no!
And eventually, it's like, come on, this way, Grandma. Come on, it's this way, this way. The lady that you recognize from earlier leads this very, very, very ancient-looking dwarvish woman. You didn't think it was possible for a dwarvish woman to look up a little bit crotchety with hunches or anything like that. But good God, this lady almost halfway reminds you of Granny, guys. As she kind of comes walking in, she has these... Her eyes are kind of squinted shut, her chin's a little pointed. She has, like, whiskers coming down off her face. And she's like, come on, this way, Grandma, this way. We have visitors, don't we? Yes, I foretold us having visitors today. Yes, there's always someone wanting to visit our Remembrance Day. Yes! And as the granddaughter kind of leads Grandma over towards like the opposite end of the table from you guys, she pulls up a nice little wicker chair for her, helps her settle down. She looks at the crystal ball, looks over at you guys, and mouths like, "What did you do?"
Slowly stare at Campbell.
Yeah, she just kind of shakes her head and she goes, hold on, Grammy, let me get you your crystal ball. Oh, thank you, Quillery. I very much appreciate it. As,
Gamble's just sitting there doing like with like a hands up, like I don't know what I did.
As she reaches over, grabs a crystal ball, pulls it off of the table, fucking runs out the doorway and slams open the other door in the hallway. And as you hear her start rummaging around the other room, there's a loud series of like clumps and like slams and things getting moved about. Meanwhile, Grandma Curie is just sitting there. It's very nice to have youngsters around to help you, isn't it? And how are the three of you doing today?
There's two of us. We're doing great.
Oh my! Well then, I was about to ask why two of them were sitting on top of each other. You're a big one. The old lady reaches out for like your hand, Gambul.
I'll shake it.
Her hand feels like leather. Bone. And
Gamble like winces a little bit.
like her hand feels like it is just scab on scab, but it is not scab. Just
Old people hand.
Old people. And finally, as she turns to shake your hand, Torihito. Okay, I got it, Grandma. I found your crystal ball. She goes back with an entirely different crystal ball. It's a whole different size. She just kind of like, it settles this giant fucking sphere onto the table, and then just glares at the two of you.
Oh, thank you, Corey. I very much appreciate it. Can you be a dear and put on some biscuits and tea for our guests?
Yes, Grandma, I would love to. Like she very silently starts throwing like a mini tantrum as she heads into the back.
I'm just going to put on my glasses so I can get a better look at you.
Yuri reaches into her robe, pulls out these fucking giant fucking
Bifocals.
glasses, puts them on her
Glaucoma
face,
glasses.
Coke bottle sort of things. Remember when I said her eyes were squinting?
Yeah.
It is all of it.
Oh god.
Whites and pupils and irises and just, there we go. Oh my, someone from Little Niktoshi come to visit.
Oh, wait, no. You're from elsewhere, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, you're not covered in the same soot as they are. I have to be honest with that. And,
Soot?
oh, yes, they are quite an industrious people, they are down there. Ooh. They make such nice little things. They made me a little tea-making station that I love so much.
There's a loud bang in the kitchen as you hear, "Ah, damn it, fans, frickin'."
It makes just the most pleasant tea. And it's so quick, too. Why does this thing take forever?
Did my people invent the Keurig?
And she turns and looks at you, Gambul. And I think, oh my, you are very well-traveled as well, I can tell. Not many Goliaths around here, at least I don't think so. But a few come through here. So, tell me, my good boys. I, no offense if you're not. Why are you here seeking my services?
Well, we're both trying to find things.
Oh,
We have
yes.
no clue where they are.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm very good at finding things. I can absolutely do that. And, I'm sure my granddaughter gave you the aforementioned warning that I don't do lottery numbers or anything along those sorts.
Yes.
I'm not to be held viable if it's found out they used my services for them and are beaten in an alley. Yes, well then. Let us start with you, young man.
She gestures over towards Gambul.
I'm fascinated to hear why such a big, strong man is here seeking my services. Oh, what are you here for?
Gambul's clan attacked many years ago. Gambul wants to find them.
Oh my. You're looking for family. Do you know the name of your clan, my friend?
Gambul just shakes his head.
Oh, this is rather sad. Well, not to worry. I just need to get a good...
She reaches out for your hand again.
A good feel for you, if you don't mind.
Gambul holds out his hand,
She
ignoring
takes
the
it.
innuendo.
And starts. She takes your hand and turns it palm up into one of her other hands and starts tracing the lines on your hand.
They took you when you were very young, I see. These are harsh hands. Strong, but harsh. But I can tell that you have quite a gentle soul in you. You have my sympathies. You said Gambul, yes?
Yes.
I will help you. Hold on. I think our tea should be done right about
Tease up
now.
as the granddaughter kind of comes back in. Her hair has flown off in a different direction, and she looks just. She just glares death at the two of you guys as she settles this tea down onto the table very gingerly. You go, Grandma. Thank you kindly. Mr. Gambul, please, if you wouldn't mind. She hands you a mug.
Oh.
Drink deeply. Go on.
Gambul will take a drink. Try not to burn his tongue.
Yep. Roll me a fortitude.
Does Gambul blow on it before he drinks it?
Or do you have that thing where you can just automatically succeed on it? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Using resilient to drink some tea. Alright, this is what we're doing.
Torihito, you turn and look at Gambul as one of his eyes starts like winking and twitching, like
She's just downing the entire thing.
The old lady said to drink. This is not alcohol. Why am I doing this to myself?
Wait, this isn't mead.
Yeah, it's just like, oh god, tea sucks.
This is the weakest mulled wine I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, and there's some weird like plant stuff in it. What the hell is going on?
This is hot leaf water.
You manage to get through it, and as you kind of like lower the glass, Grandma's hands are out immediately, and like they just kind of like take it from you. Like, thank you. And she puts the cup down onto the table, stares at it with one eye, fixes to the other. I see. Yes, the one. Yes, I believe. The Bluff Rock tribe, is that correct? Does that sound familiar to you?
Does it?
Kind of rings a bell to you. Not like you could positively identify that as a thing, but it sounds familiar.
Yeah, we'll nod his head a little bit. Or he'll say a little bit.
Very well then. Now then, perhaps we can find what we're looking for here. As she rings her fingers together, slides them back and forth, warms them up. Oh, and where are the biscuits? Son of a bitch. I'll go get them, Grandma. As the granddaughter heads back into the kitchen.
I'll give her granddaughter I'm sorry look.
It's like she like points at you, drags a thumb across her throat.
I never asked for that.
And we have a biscuit making machine too. It is so divine. Now then, the Bluff Rock tribe. And she flexes her long, spindly fingers over the orb. As a matter of fact, you didn't notice that her fucking hands were like claw-like before this. And yeah, as her palms crest over the back of this overly large sphere, the fingers come down around the front. Okay, wait, no, something's up. She's actually, like, using magic at this point. As, the clouds inside start to swirl with every single gesture of her hands. As she passes over it and passes over it, she stares deep into it. Show me this poor boy's family. He seeks to return to those of blood. And she starts doing this very loud, nasally sort of groan that stretches on and on.
Uncomfortably
and on.
long.
Or like,
does she fall asleep while she's crying?
No, her eyes are dead awake. She keeps rotating her hands around it. It looks like you guys stumbled into a real-life loading screen. It is unsettling. She just keeps going over and over and over.
So she's seeing without, or looking without seeing.
And as you kind of like see the door behind you like pop open, Foot kicks it open, the granddaughter comes out with a tray full of biscuits. She goes, okay. She starts heading over towards the table. And as she gets closer towards it, Grandma just, ah! And the tray goes flying.
Gimble's like on the edge of his seat, like wide-eyed, like he's ready to know.
Oh. It is very hard to make out any of your people, Gambul. I must be honest. but I can give you a direction. North. North towards the mountain. Northeast, actually. Yes. But I must warn you, in that direction lies bands of hobgoblins and other unsavory things. It is quite a journey, I must warn you. But there are still some remnants of your clan.
Gambul gets like tears in his eyes. He's happy to even know that they're alive.
Yes, there are. Oh.
Don't take this away from me.
She actually, like, swirls her hands more. And I'm not the only one looking for this. The path ahead will be watched.
By who?
Wandering eyes. Dark ones.
Black eyes.
Yes, the Black Eye Marauders. Oh, they have made themselves quite a formidable ally. This Curie just devolves into a coughing fit all of a sudden as she just full body starts convulsing as like the granddaughter leans down and starts patting her back. Whoa. You okay?
My goodness. She
Excuse
alright?
me.
Are you alright?
My constitution is not as spry as it used to be. If you wouldn't mind giving me a few minutes to catch my breath.
Of course.
And with that, we're going to cut back over towards Qeltrin. Qeltrin, you and Duskrin have been a gathering of books at this point. You managed to find a good section of books dedicated to research on different, like, land zone areas. Duskrin's been helping you out find these sort of things. And pretty much anything that has anything to do with the Madlands, you guys have been trying to gather up. The problem is there are a lot of books on the Madlands. As you kind of go, hey, look, Madlands! Oh, there's Madlands down here, too. Wait, hold on. The entire, like, couple shelves are Madlands. I guess a lot of people have their own theories about it.
I don't need theories, I need facts.
Yeah, but which one's facts?
Well, if I see anything that relates to what I know, I don't know, that'll be something worth reading.
Well, I know there's a table nearby, a little study area. We can just grab, like, armfuls of these and go through them.
Yeah, let's grab a few and just head over there and start pouring through these.
So you start loading up on books, and you manage to get a good stack going, like, up towards, like, your chin, your head. And Duskring tries to double down a little bit on his. His is a little bit unwieldy, but he's trying to make sure that he can get as much information for you as possible. And kind of like, as he struggles with his tower bit, he goes, "Okay, let's get to the table. And if you like, I can just come back and grab more books while you look through these."
Sure.
Okay, cool. And as you guys start heading towards the little study area, I need an agility roll from you.
Oh,
Agility.
okay.
Agility.
17?
Alright, let's see how Duskrin does.
Oh, to not just drop everything?
Well, as you kind of come around the corner, well, it looks like you're not the only one who had the idea of stacking their books as high up as you possibly could. You actually managed to crash into another man.
God damn it.
And your books start scattering a bit. You still have like a good couple of few in your arms, but yeah, your books kind of clatter to the floor, as well as some of his. Even some of Duskrin's goes onto the floor.
Alright.
I'm so terribly sorry. I'm so terribly sorry. This gentleman, like, leans down, settles his books onto the floor, stands back up. dusts himself up. I'm terribly sorry. Here, let me assist you with this. Qeltrin, he's like, no, it's okay. I'll get them for you. Qeltrin, did you take a look at this man? This guy's from the Hopeless.
Not even fuck?
Yeah, no, like, you can definitely tell, like, he's wearing very similar clothing to Finn. Turban, all sorts of other things. He's got darker skin, a little bit of facial hair, that sort of thing. So he just kind of smiles up at you. I'm terribly sorry. I tend to head to places and not look to see where I'm going. Sorry about this.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, I see another person fascinated with what's going on with the Madlands. Excellent. Well, here, these are yours. I'm studying something else at the moment, but I would be hesitant to not admit I'm also interested in that sort of thing. My apologies again. Would you like me to assist you with getting these to a table?
No, I'm set for now. Thank you, though.
Right, very well. My apologies. It would be remiss of me to not introduce myself for this sheer accident. My name is Ike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Qeltrin.
Yeah. He shakes your hand very gingerly. I must say, so you're a dragonborn, are you?
Yes.
At least I believe that's what your kind are called. My apologies. It is nothing but humans. As far as the eye can see, back from where I come from, the Jeweled City.
Qeltrin's just playing dumb, like, oh yeah, really cool.
Yes. So I apologize. I heard that. Are you part of this Tilted Scales mercenary faction I've heard about?
As he says that, he probably noticed Qeltrin just gets a little peeved. No.
Oh. Well then, I heard they were assholes anyway, so he kind of just like makes his face like, I may have stepped on some toes here. Well, I guess we were headed in the same direction anyways. He gestures down like the one road that you guys were trying to take at the same time. And yeah, there's a little study area. Well, I guess we'll be study buddies. Well, a little bit. I have my own subjects in any case. So, why are you studying about the Madlands, if you don't mind me asking? As you guys head on over towards the tables.
In short, I'm trying to help prevent it from spreading any further.
He kind of stops as he's, like, putting his books down on the table. A noble cause. I myself have a similar interest. Well, somewhat similar interest. I must admit I'm researching other things. But, yes, the Madlands are actually quite a bit of a danger to my people as well.
How so?
It is spreading over the desert. Yes. It's, crawling its way across the sands. It's a little unsettling where every once in a while you see snowflakes. And lightning bolts and hailstones and other sorts of things well out on the outskirts. It's just...
And lightning bolts made of blood.
Yes, those. I think I actually saw one of those. I wasn't sure it was blood. Thank you for making that clear for me. I appreciate it. But in any case, I'm actually doing a little bit of side research into that. Have you heard of the opal by any chance?
No, I can't say I have.
You can go ahead and roll learning for me.
Well, no, I know Finn has
Okay.
Finn talked about it?
you're
I'm just keeping my mouth shut because it's probably one of those things where Finn's mentioned it once or twice, but that's it.
He goes, yes. Well, see, I have a little bit of a side research going into that, so just trying to find out if anything might be happening along towards those lines. But other than that, a little bit of a research into the old world. To be honest, to be fair, older powers. You see, he holds up a book. It's like, and it says "Legends of Gods of Old."
Ooh. Qeltrin actually asks if he can read that after he's done with it.
Oh, by all means. By all means, of course. I would love to share any information I get with you. Of course, if you wouldn't mind with me. I believe sharing of information is very beneficial to all parties.
Well, I'm simply just trying to find ways of stopping the Madlands, so I don't see why not.
And I am trying to find ways to save my home. So, we're in similar boats, I would say. But, yes. Well, I will, I understand there's a little bit of a propensity to be quiet in these areas. I apologize for distracting you from your research, my good friend. You and, where did he go? Duskrin has kind of, like, zipped off for a bit to go grab you some more books.
He does that.
Well. Oh, I have to ask. Are you local to this town?
No.
Oh, well, drat then. I was trying to find out. I keep losing my way around here. I'm trying to find a man in textiles. He's supposed to be able to help me get a little bit more accommodated in town. Trying to find some place to stay.
Qeltrin's still, like... that's the thing. As far as I know, Qeltrin only knows that Finn, like, has said maybe something about the opal maybe once or twice, and he doesn't know really anything else, I don't think. So it's the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't know if Finn needs to worry about this. I don't know if I should keep these guys in close proximity, far proximity. So Qeltrin's just kind of just like,
You can keep a better eye on him if he's closer. And you don't have to invite him to where we're putting up our tavern. Wandering
no,
Weasel is a nice place to stay.
Yeah,
Where
but...
we have friends.
Sure, he wouldn't even recognize Finn right off the bat, too. So yeah, I'd probably mention, well, there is the Wandering Weasel.
Oh, I think I've heard of that place. I might need something a little bit more permanent, to be honest. I hear they're heading out of town by the end of the week. But in any case, if you do happen to know of any places around here that has cheap housing or something along those lines, I would appreciate it. But
I don't even know if we would have anything like that.
Well, I take it I might be seeing you in the days to come.
Maybe once our place gets built.
Oh, yeah. But that's also going to be something I talked to Finn about before that.
I spend most of my time here anyway, so... Well, in any case, it was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. I'm sorry, what was... Qeltrin. Again, Ike. I apologize. I haven't had much sleep.
Same.
Yep. And, yeah, from that, he just kind of, like, leaves you be. Every once in a while, he does kind of, like, turn a book towards you to kind of, like, share some information or maybe ask you a question, like, what you think about this. And, every once in a while, he, like, brings up some information about, like, old draconic lines. And, elder gods and all sorts of other things.
We need to get our Genu in here.
Yeah. He
just
takes
hoard all these books.
He takes a strange interest in the draconic gods, it seems to you. But,
Huh. I can only think of one person that I know that has any interest in that besides our Genu, and that's, that red dragonborn asshole.
But yeah, the questions he's asking are along the lines of, like, hey, do you know anything about this particular guy? And, well, unfortunately, the answer would be along the lines of, not really. And every time he, like, kind of brings this up with you, he looks a little, like, he looks down the book like he's disappointed, like, damn, I was hoping I could get something. But he just kind of shrugs and keeps going. But he keeps jotting down certain bits of information, everything along those lines. Yeah.
As research goes.
Yep. You, as yourself, you get studying into a little bit of the Madlands epidemic. I wouldn't mind a learning roll from you to see how well you can get through theory and fact. Okay.
That's points in learning.
It does take you a good chunk of time to get through a vast majority of these books. And, as you kind of like look up towards the sky, like the skylight, it's starting to get a little late in the day. You did manage to find some books that kind of like have some solid like framework per study.
Alright.
And there
That's
are
okay.
obviously some that are like just full of just absolute nonsense. This
The
guy is
Madlands
probably
is- Go ahead.
this guy has lived in Claimhold his entire life. What the fuck is he talking about?
The Madlands are caused by the goblins.
Yeah, the Madlands are a business conspiracy.
You see, if it was a case of Qeltrin could like afford to get away with it, he would probably consider burning these books that have nothing in them. But he knows he's in a library, so he's like, eh.
But as the day kind of stretches on for you as you continue to study, we hop on back over to Zephyr. Staring down at a piece of paper at the back of the folder, 2 pieces of paper, in fact, blacked out, every single line.
Not even the name. The description's gone
No
too.
name, no nothing. Every single bit of information on this paper is blacked out.
It only makes sense that these two belong to me. Torque.
Zephyr, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I had a feeling this wasn't really gonna lead anywhere anyway.
Phony just kind of like reaches out and takes your hand in hers.
Hey.
Hey. Well, the guys went and saw a seer, right? Maybe if we take these papers, I mean, it's a long shot, we might be able to see something.
I was going to ask if we're allowed to take them, but she just kind of folds them up, looks, stuffs them in her shirt. I am a thief.
Yeah. Well, looks like we didn't find anything here after all. And Phony just kind of shuts the folder up, looks left, looks right, slides it back into the shelf,
As we start walking back,
and yeah, as you head towards the entrance.
I thanked everybody who helped me along the
Yeah,
way.
the goblin looks up towards you. Find everything you were looking for?
No, but
Yes. As in, like, we didn't find what we were looking for. It's a shame. Have yourself a nice day.
you too.
Wow.
Bye.
Strange crinkling sounds as you walk out.
I'm a better thief than that. Come on now.
And as you head towards the doorway, open it up, and step on outside, roll me an agility.
Oh boy.
Good thing I got a lot of points in this.
12.
12!
12.
12!
Oh boy.
As you start to as you kind of like turn towards the door and start pushing your way outwards, you kind of run smack into a person and bounce back, and the paper kind of comes flying out of your coat.
God damn it.
Ma'am, is that yours? The goblin asks behind the desk.
Yeah, I was using it as a tissue earlier. She grabs it and blows her nose.
Roll me a deception.
Deception.
Yes.
I only have 2 in that, for the love of God. Yes! I'm pretending to blow my nose.
Yeah, as you
crumpling
kinda
it
go
and
up.
putting it back in my...
I told you we should get tissue paper or something for that. Oh. The goblin kind of like gives you this funny look, like.
She gives him the most dazzling smile of his life. The I can get away with murder smile.
Yeah, and as you kind of turn back towards the door, kind of look at this dude standing in front of you, who kind of like gives you this very quizzical look. That's a tiger, man. He looks back at you. He's kind of got a little bit of a robe wearing on him.
So not my tiger man.
Nope, not Kuza. But he
Okay.
kind of gives you this funny little look. He's white fur, black stripes, that sort of thing. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, miss. I apologize for running into you.
Oh, it's okay. It happens.
Please, by all means. He offers to step out of your way.
Thanks. I hope you... Are you here looking for something, or...?
He is staring at you.
Oh, okay, well, I hope you have a good day and find
My-
what you're looking
my-
for.
My apologies. He tilts his head again. He gestures up towards his forehead.
Oh, yeah, these?
Yes.
Yeah, I was born with them.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
God damn it.
He actually turns full body, shuts the door behind him, looks like one way, the other.
Is there something I can help you with? I'm actually an adventurer with a group. If there's something you need, maybe I can help you.
Zephyr, how are you dressed?
She's wearing her normal stuff. She has her, she switched out her cloak with Finn, so she's got the cloak of bellowing on, and then she's got her battle kilt and the floral shirt that the people in Begging Gate made for her.
You have your veil on?
My veil?
Yeah.
Yeah, she always has it over her face when she's in public.
I'm sorry, do you... I know this might sound a little far-fetched, but... Could you... reveal yourself to me? My apologies. I mean, he gestures up with this kind of like long-sleeved sort of thing up towards his chin.
Why?
Your veil. I too am looking for something.
You know what? Okay. There's no way this can go wrong, she says as she pulls it. And she just kind of like very slightly pulls it down. Hi, this is the rest of my face.
He tilts his head to one side, takes one good long look at you.
I don't think I got your name.
You're being ogled by a strange man.
I'm terribly sorry. You may call me Charles. I took on a new name once I reached this land.
Okay, nice to meet you, Charles.
Nice to meet you.
Why-
Very
why-
nice to meet you.
Why the interest? The interest?
Because I believe I've found what I've been looking for.
Oh.
He brings that sleeved hand up and touches the cheek where your birthmark is.
Sorry, I'm a little sensitive about that one. And she puts her veil back up.
No, I completely understand.
Okay.
You've come all this way.
I've traveled a while. Listen, is this the best place to talk about this?
No, it is not.
Where should we go to talk about this?
Follow me.
Okay, is it okay if my friend comes along? To be fair, this is reeking of stranger danger.
Yeah, Phony is sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Absolutely, by all means, please.
Okay,
You're finally here.
I'm actually going to go nudge Bandit and be like, tell the others where I'm going. Just like write that down on a note.
Concerned ferret squeaking noises.
Bandit just kind of like hobbles on off and just takes like a bat out of the hell out of the fucking
There's
whole
a
pages.
fucking stranger danger whistle.
Please come with me. He leads you out towards like the main street, then down the street for a little bit.
Now, Zephyr's playing cool right now, but she does have one hand on a dagger just in case.
Yeah.
This is very weird, and the only reason she's going with him is because she's desperate now. That was her one lead, and it went nowhere.
My apologies. I understand you have many questions. I believe you are the case I've been looking into.
Case?
Yes. Please follow me. As he leads you down one road, down towards another. Now, this might be... I understand how suspicious this might look, but it reaches over and grabs like a manhole cover built into like the side of the alleyway and just kind of like lifts it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Do you want answers?
Teenage
Young lady.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I guess ladies first.
Finally looks up at you, so...
So you
Us?
go first. Yes, we go first.
Okay, Yep,
Concerns.
just stroll right on into the sewers. There's nothing bad about this. As she steps inside, her hair has been changing colors into like a pale white as she steps inside. And Charles gestures for you to follow.
All right.
I promise you, no harm will come to you.
Okay. Well, you haven't tried to take my weapons off of me, so
I have no need to take your weapons from you.
I hope so. Okay, let's go.
He just gives you a little, like, fond smile. As you guys step inside, he looks left and right and just kind of, like, closes the sewer grate behind you. I apologize. We must keep this as secret as possible.
What is going on?
You are being hunted.
That's nothing new.
Well, yes, well, that's one way to put it. The other thing is, I believe I might have the answers that you've been looking for. It's been many years since I came here to this land, seeking answers for my own. And, well, I believe I found them. I found what I needed to do was to help others. As he reaches towards the side, he grabs a torch from the wall and just, like, kind of leads the way in.
All right, cool.
So I've spent the last several years trying to find information on you.
So special about me.
How could you not be special? It will make sense in just... And he leads you down this twisting corridors of like little under the road sort of like tunnels and everything along those lines. There's far more that's special to you than you realize.
You can start explaining yourself at like, any time.
I'm afraid I'm not the one who should be giving you the best answers.
So you're taking me to someone who can?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And as he leads you down through tunnels and twisting corridors and that sort of thing, he finally leads you to what looks to be like this sort of like underground chamber sort of room. There's a door in the way, there's a couple of other robed figures just standing around, more tiger dudes. As they kind of see you coming, they look towards Charles, look back towards you.
There are a lot of... I mean... Forgive me. I've only met one tiger person in the entirety of my life. This is a lot of you in one place.
Charles just
And-
kind of chuckles.
Of all the kinds of people I was expecting to find on the search to, who I am, was not expecting the tiger people.
No, but sometimes you just find your calling in the strangest of places.
Okay. Interior.
Far from home.
God, I hope this isn't a cult.
No, of course not. He gestures towards the door. The other guys kind of like open it up for you and allow you to enter
nods.
in.
Hi, I'm Zephyr. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Zephyr. Nice to meet you.
As you enter into this underground sort of room, above you, you can see the rays of light from daytime streaming in through a grate. Like one of those kind of like iron bar cross sort of grates, everything along those lines. And there are not a whole lot of people else milling about, but Charles kind of like holds a hand out for you, like to kind of stop. Looks left, looks right. Should be fine. Come with me. It's hard to see from here. And he guides you through like the sunlight kind of coming down from overhead. It's getting late in the day. But as you come through the light, you finally see on the other side, chained up onto the wall, a woman. Arms stretched out above her, legs tied down beneath her, large feathery wings protruding from her back.
What? on earth are you doing to this woman? Why is she chained up?
I assure you it's not what it looks like.
It better not be.
Is that my little wind? The voice comes from the woman. Is that... And as you look up towards his head, very pale skin, dark hair, bright feathery wings, though. Zephyr? Is that you, my daughter?
Okay. This is a lot.
And we'll get back to you.
Oh!
Bonking.
You can't stop there.
Sure you can.
Alright. No, I can keep going.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, Zephyr.
What am I supposed to say? Okay, wait. Let's start with this.
It's as I thought.
Okay, yes, Zephyr is my name, and we share a lot of physical traits. But I need to know why are they chained up?
It is not our doing. We are trying to free your mother.
Why are you chained up?
Your father did this to me. No.
Who is
Your
that?
father... Oh, it's been so long. My little wind.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. You've
Is-
grown
is-
up so much.
Can I go over there? She like gestures. Can I go over there?
Are you
Yeah,
proceeding
she's
over
asking.
towards
Yeah,
her?
she's asking
Yep.
if it's okay. She's
And as
she's
you-
taking her time, but she's coming
Yeah,
over
Charles
closer.
makes no motion to follow or anything. He is like just kind of sitting there like, oh boy. As you take a few steps approaching. Nadi Sele.
Oh.
She speaks in this language that's fucking just... What the fuck?
I don't understand you.
Oh. I guess...
I think Zephyr answers in Infernal. Just like, I don't understand you.
Of course. She drops down to a little bit of Infernal. I guess your father had that bit of an impact on you.
What are you?
He was quite the charming man.
Zephyr's like looking at her and tilting her head back and forth, like,
So you're my mom.
Yes, Zeph. You are my daughter.
Okay.
And I'm so proud to see you again. After they took you from me,
Who took me?
same men who did this to me. And she, like, her hand, like, pulls at the chains. And as she does so, the chains actually glow a very, very faint light.
Zephyr's gonna try and yank on the chain.
Roll me a fortitude.
One.
As you take a hold of the chain, it actually burns in your hand. Just for a split second, you're kind of forced to let go.
She tries to hang on as long as she can, but it's not happening.
Yeah, no, it sizzles at your skin. Smoke is starting to come off. Phony actually kind of comes over. Hey! Don't
What is going on?
My girl, so good to see you again, but you might be in danger.
I know it's been a while since we've seen each other,
Yes.
but that's pretty much my whole life.
These men are very judgmental against us. Those who came from above and those who dwelt below.
So what are you?
Above,
You're
of
not.
course.
You're not like any tiefling I've seen before.
No. Have you not heard of angels, my dear?
No.
You are part celestial.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
But it seems you've had a hard life. I can see why the devilish nature comes out more. But I can fix that.
Fix?
I can put you back into balance.
That sounds a little better.
Yes, my apologies. I can show you who you are truly meant to be. But I need you to free me.
How can I free you?
You must
What do I need
find the man who responds, and she gets cut off as a crossbow bolt lands in her shoulder.
to do? Hey!
As she yelps in pain and screams, her wings flutter behind her. Looking towards where the crossbow bolt came from, it came from the grates above.
Zephyr's gonna put herself in between the mom and the crossbow bullets.
Yep. As one bolt apparently was enough, as she starts screaming in pain. You look at this bolt, it is glowing fiercely.
I'm gonna try to take the bolt out.
Need another fortitude roll from you,
Okay.
my dude. $13?
Nope.
No, this starts to burn into your hand. It leaves a mark, and it actually deals you a bit of damage. 2 lethal damage sears a
Lethal
scar
damage,
into your hand. As you kind of yelp back, you were forced to let go from this thing. As Charles runs up towards you and says, "Please, you might be a little too weak to handle this." As
What's happening?
your mother writhes in pain and screams and tries desperately to get out.
No, 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 no.
As you look up towards the grates and the ceiling above you, the man sitting up there, the humanoid figure, looks like it might be reloading a crossbow. If you want to save your mother, Zephyr, we need him.
On it. She's just gonna immediately start flying in his direction
Yep.
towards the grate.
And as soon as you take off towards the grates, he turns and starts running.
Better run with a fucker.
And we're gonna leave your things here.
Okay. That's the end for the night?
For you for now.
Okay.
We're not done with this session.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Gambul, Torihito,
Mm-hmm.
Curie has finally kind of calmed down from her coughing fit. She waves a hand at her granddaughter. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you, dearie. I very much appreciate it. How are those biscuits coming along, might I ask? Yes, Grandma. I'll go fix up a fresh batch. I'll get that for you. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, my darling. She looks back towards the two of you. Well, Gambul, I hope you find what I've found for you at least a little bit helpful.
It's a start.
Good. I'm glad I was able to point you in the right direction. And as for you, Mr. Torihito, I believe?
Yes.
Ah, yes. What is it that you are looking for, might I ask?
I'm looking for an artifact.
Oh,
It's an hourglass.
hourglass, an artifact.
Yes. Very powerful and lost to me.
Well then, I apologize. Do you have a name for this thing?
Called the Qeltrin hourglass. It's the best way I could say it in your language.
I understand. Yes. Qeltrin hourglass. That has a particular ring to it. I like it. Now then, let's see what we can find here. She goes towards, motioning towards the ball. She goes on for that method for a little bit of time. The door opens up behind her. Okay, Grandma, I've got biscuits this time. Oh! My, you are quite quick. Thank you very much, my young daughter. Biscuits for the two of you, please?
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, she offers biscuits towards you, Gambul, towards you, Torihito. They're nice, crispy, little tiny bit flaky, but they're okay. Not anything you're used to.
Nice.
And as she
Trying not to sound ungrateful.
She takes a sip of tea, takes a little bit of a bite off of her biscuit. She puts it down. So what is the name of this artifact, Mr. Torihito?
The G-Con hourglass.
Oh, yes. Well, it kind of has quite a bit of a ring to it, doesn't it? Well, let's see what we can find here. And she goes into the motions, spreading her fingers out over the crystal ball. Crystal ball. Oh my. Oh, it appears we have... Oh, hello, granddaughter. Seems you've brought biscuits out. Oh, yes, thank you kindly, dear. She reaches down, picks up the biscuit, takes a bite out of it. So, yes, Mr. Torihito, what is the name of this artifact that...
Oh, no.
I've already told you. You've asked this before.
I'm sorry?
It is the G-Con hourglass, but
Oh,
this is the third time you've asked me now.
the G-Con hourglass. Yes, it has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass, it certainly has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass has a ring. The G-Con hourglass. The G-Con hourglass. The G-Con hourglass. The G-Con hourglass. Her hands float over the crystal ball, swirling madly. As the G-Con hourglass has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass as crumbs of biscuit spray from her mouth. The G-Con hourglass has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass has a ring to it. The G-Con hourglass has a ring to it. The granddaughter looks over towards you guys. What did you do to her?
I don't know!
And as she looks to you, well, stop her! Something!
How?
I don't know!
I'll take the crystal ball away from her.
As you take the crystal ball, there is a jolt of energy that jumps up your arms. And as you do so, everything stops. And then you watch as Grandma goes flying across the fucking room, crashes over the chair into a series of shells. They fucking break and everything starts falling on top of her.
Oh my goodness!
Gambul's gonna jump up and go, like, make sure she's okay, help her, all of the above.
Yeah. The granddaughter freaks out, goes over to see how she's doing. Gambul, you head on over towards to help out. Torihito,
What is
you're
in my hands?
sitting there with that crystal ball still in your hands. You look down at it, and you just start to see, like, an endless sort of thing going on. I need a will save from you.
Oh boy. This one.
As you continue to peer into this thing, you start to see into something like you just continue to see, and I need a perception check from you.
God.
As you realize that it might not be best to... Your attention is diverted. As you break your gaze from the crystal ball, you look up, over towards the granddaughter, over towards Gambul, who are trying their best to see if she's okay, if she's broken anything, if she's alive. But what disturbs you most is that the woman is standing across the table from you. And right as you register and look into her eyes, cracked wide open, you see the void. She rushes forward past the table and seizes you by the throat.
Oh.
And Amy, cover your ears.
Cover my ears?
Cover your ears.
Okay, covering my ears.
Torihito,
As this woman rushes you, as you cling to the crystal ball, you actually freak out for a brief second as her hair flies off in different directions. Color leaves the world around her. Your focus is put entirely onto her. Her eyes see through you, and yet there are no pupils, no iris, just blank voids. And she grabs you by the throat, by the shoulders, any which way you can. There is no escape from this. She stares into you. She continues to speak. The decision has been made. The volunteer has set us all on the path. Power begets power, but at what point is it enough? All lives are in the balance, but balance is not enough. Can one be fully forgiven? Can we trust control? Can we embrace chaos? It is inevitable. A decision must be made. And with that,
back.
Torihito, you are fucking slammed back into the couch. The vision of this old woman disappears from your eyes as you are left reeling from whatever the hell just happened to you. You are not feeling any sort of damage whatsoever, and you are just surprised as all hell what it was that just hit you. But as you look up towards the other side of the room, the little grandma dwarf is sitting up with the help of Gambul and her granddaughter. Oh my. Well, I don't believe I would be sitting a cot down here. Oh, granddaughter, I'm so sorry. I think I broke your favorite mug. It's okay, Grum. Are you alright? What did you two do? You two need to leave. Gambul, she looks dead at you, Gambul. You two need to leave. Thank you for your time. Thank you for. I need to take care of her. You two need to leave now, please.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Not on purpose.
Kind of just set the crystal ball back down
Well,
on the table.
I will bill you later. Just leave.
Okay.
And yeah, with that, you guys
We get booted out to the street.
scarper for the door and just okay. So a little old lady just kind of exploded across the room.
Leave some coin for your trouble, Jesus Christ.
Gambul, Torihito.
I'm at a loss.
Yeah, kind of. Me too. She said she'll bill us later.
Suppose we'll come back here another time then.
And Torihito, as you look back towards the building, the symbol with the eye seems to glow at you for a brief moment. And yeah, as unsettling as it is, you can't strike the words that were uttered to you.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Let's go.
And I'm just going to make sure that you have exactly what she said to you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hopefully. Oh, I will, That's unfortunate. Blur. There we go. So yeah, Gambul, you take a look at Torihito. He looks like he's seen like several thousand ghosts explode from a ghost bomb.
Yeah, as we're walking away, Gamble's look at Torihito and just, what happened with you?
I don't know. I picked up the crystal ball and I had a vision. I don't know what to make of it though. Definitely not what I needed to see though. Unless it was some other way. Oof.
It probably all connected somehow.
Probably. I think I'm way in over my head though.
Gambul, Torihito, as you guys kind of start heading your way down the roads, you're actually surprised to see a little tiny weasel come wandering over towards you.
Hey, isn't that Bandit?
Bandit. Yep, Bandit
Yeah.
quickly comes scampering up and like looks between the two of you like,
Gambul lowers down and lowers his arm onto the ground so Bandit can scamper up the arm.
yep, scampers up your arm, it kind of grabs onto your ear and starts tugging.
Oh, what's wrong, little buddy?
Does he do a pointer dog point?
It looks like it's trying to yank you in a particular direction.
This can't be good. Come on, let's go.
Gotta start going.
Start making a brisk jog/run down the road.
Yep. And as you guys start to head off to what seems to be certain trouble, we'll leave our session here.